overflowed, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Where I'm holding these handles, like weighted handles, and they go to the bottom of the machine, and I'm standing on my left foot, right? And I got my right foot back, and I'm supposed to like bend down to the bottom while I'm balancing, and then lift back up, and then you switch legs, and you do each side like 10 times. And I'm falling all over the place, waiting to
exhale.
Yes, just knowing I'm gonna fall over at some point, and then they got you doing like rows and stuff, and it hurts, and I don't like being out of breath. And then afterwards, I was just so drained that like I sent Mel a text. And I was like, "Hey, look, I did the rice, and I did the taco meat, and I tortillas are ready. Like I prepped everything for you. All you gotta do is throw the beans in the microwave, and they're already in there. Actually, all you gotta do is microwave them, and you're dialed. I'm just gonna have a smoothie and go to bed. Like I had no interest, and I wasn't even hungry really. I felt like I was, and I had eaten. It's not like I hadn't been eating all day, so it wasn't a glycemic thing. But I just felt, I went to bed, and I was just like, oh, God. And then like before I went, my heart was still going, pulse, which is fine. That's normal. And it's just like I really do have. Every time I try to start doing better things, I really do. I have more of an appreciation for people that are in really good shape, especially like, I'm not talking about bodybuilders, fine. And that's like a crazy commitment, right? But I'm talking about like people that, not just that are in shape, but like are toned and all that. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, it reminds me of like when someone gets like a college degree, right? It's not just like, oh, you got a degree, right? It's not just what you majored in. It's also, hey, you had the discipline to do what you did through high school, to get into a good school, to go to that school and to study and do all the things you needed to do to get that degree. And that degree is a representation of how disciplined you were and how many things you sacrificed to get that degree. And you should be proud. I'm sure you are proud of it. And that's pretty awesome. And I feel like people that are, again, I'm not talking about people that just happen to be thin. I'm not talking about people that just happen to, naturally kind of be in shape. I'm talking about people that like you look at them and you're like, wow, like, those ones where like their arms are not like massive, but like you can tell they're doing something. And it's like, wow, the discipline you have to like watch your diet, turn down this or that. Obviously metabolism can play, but that's why I say with the muscle part, because that's not necessarily metabolism. That's going to be normally people, in the gym or doing whatever they need to do. And it's not, I don't know if it gets to a point where like it's fun or they're like, they wake up, I can't wait to work out later. I'm really looking forward to that hour in the gym. Does that happen?
Well, I think you're too early to know that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not feeling that now, but
No.
maybe as you see more results and feel better doing it, like yesterday, sounds like it wasn't particularly a good day.
Yeah, it just wasn't. I followed everything. I did everything right. I made my own trail mix. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. It actually worked out really well.
But imagine another time doing that, and afterwards, you're like, man, I feel really good.
Yeah.
And the results of that, maybe the next time after that, you're like, oh, I'm actually looking forward to doing this again and seeing some results.
That's the thing I consistently have always read is like you have to make it through to where you can see tangible results, and then the addiction of seeing those tangible results is what really comes through and makes it worth it. It's an unscreened phone call. I'm just picking it up. Hello? You're on the air. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. I mean, I see the caller ID. I just don't want to say the name because a lot of times you just calling for fun or. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hey, by the way, TR in the chat. I was thinking about this yesterday. Sorry, a little inside baseball. You gotta change your name or I gotta block you, dude. He's fine, but like when I say hello, I don't know why he does this. When I say hello, everyone in the YouTube chat, for some they show your complete username now. So my username is Carmichael Dave 8419. I don't know why, but he changed his username to Carmichael Dave 8418. It's just confusing. You got to change your username, TR. Go back to TR.
We do admit it is funny.
Is it?
It is.
Why?
Because it's like he's the first Carmichael Dave. Actually, he's not the first Carmichael Dave. He's the 8,408.
18. There's been that many. There's been that many imposters. I get confused, but then I look at the little thing next to it. So, good morning.
There was a couple times yesterday I was like, "Whoa, Dave's going."
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what's annoying me. My first hour of the show is going to be, and I don't know if you knew what you were doing or not, and if you did, salute. But the first hour of the show for me is going to be a little distracted because of 3 for Madness.
Okay.
Because rumor has it, you have a question.
I do.
And now I've been, ever since I heard that, now I'm wondering what it is.
Oh.
Is it a gotcha?
No.
Okay.
If it was a gotcha, it would be Chris.
Yeah, it would be.
You have a question for Dave?
It honestly would be. I think the top story of the day, however, is that Jim.
I forgot the question.
You got to make it up now. Coach Jim Les of the UC Davis Aggies.
Yes.
He'll be a very happy person today. He was last night as he received. First time you've ever sent him a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
For sure.
Jason Ross took the plunge.
I did.
How was that, Jason? Now, full disclosure, I don't like doing jivey stuff on the air. We've had this conversation off the air, but I think we need to share it with everybody.
Yeah. So if you missed yesterday's show, we had the debut of the Coach Jim Les show. And
yes.
He was very attentive to the fact that he came right on and said, guys, remember, were you doing some sort of challenge?
Yes.
And we both looked at each other like, I don't know what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
But last year, I think at this time, is when we were doing the fast.
Yes. I think you're exactly right.
And so Coach remembered that. And so he had another challenge for us because he's been doing these polar plunges.
Yes.
So he suggested us, and then you got right in. I got right in, and we're like, "Hey, let's do it.
Let's go."
We're going, and he loved that we were coachable. So, yesterday I decided to do it. Yeah.
And
put the temperature of the pool earlier in the day because we had talked about. I think Chris doubted what our pool temp would be, and I think mine was a
53. I'm looking at it
53?
right now. Yeah, 53.
Yeah.
I thought it's just because you guys are so well paid that you had heated pools.
Mine is not.
Not that.
Nope.
No.
53.
53.
Daddy, I want to do cold plunges. Don't get the heated pool, Daddy.
So, I have told you before, the first year I got the pool, I was like, as a kid, I always wanted a pool. I always thought it'd be the greatest thing to have a pool, and I love having a pool. It's awesome.
Wait, you didn't have a pool when you were growing up?
No.
Oh, wow.
Not at all.
Wow.
I thought like Orange County, like that was one of the things where you had to have a pool at every house.
Not us.
No.
No.
Your pool is the hose.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was
Oh
always
man,
like,
we had the my cousin had the Doughboy at their house where it would get too hot where you couldn't get into the pool.
Yes, no, my kid. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It can't. By the way, can I just say, above ground pools underrated?
they were great.
They
We
get
had
a-
a neighbor 2 houses
yeah.
down that we were in that thing all the time.
They get a bad reputation.
I don't even know why.
If you take care of them,
Yeah,
they're great.
it was awesome.
But it would be the weird thing where my cousin would go and put the gallon of chlorine and say like, "All right, we gotta wait a second.
Gotta wait half an hour, then you can dive right in. So you
My
go,
eyes burn."
all right.
So the first year I had the pool, I told myself, I'm going to go in every month. And obviously the pool swimming months were no issue in a lot. But when you get to, I remember very well, we were on Halloween night, and my wife said, "Did you go in the pool in October?" And I went, "Oh, no, I didn't." And so it was, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night on Halloween, 4 or 5 years ago. I'm like, well, I got to jump in. Got out. The next day, I go, well, it's November 1st. I'm taking care of November today. Same kind of exhilaration.
Yeah.
Anyway, December, January, did the whole year. So that was one kind of plunge, but that was literally maybe jumping in one side of the pool, going all the way under, getting out.
Yeah.
And then I felt so alive. Like it was cold, 100% cold, but got out like, whoo! Senses, everything, just totally alert.
Yeah.
This one was different. This one, Coach Les said to us, put on a song. What did he suggest? 3.5, 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
Put in the earbuds.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, all right, earbuds, easy. Bathing suit, easy. Walked outside. I'm like, woohoo!
Uh-huh.
It's already a little bit cold.
A little chilly.
And then took the first steps into the step one of the pool.
Yeah.
And we have like one step and then a flat area.
Yeah.
And, I'm probably barely shin deep. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, like what first step, what are you thinking at that?
Like it's like you step in, maybe the right foot went in. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's like, it's cold. It's the second foot. Woo!
And you also know that from the shins down is actually the easiest
Oh,
part.
100%.
Easiest part, but still
it's
shocking.
Cold.
Yeah.
And then I did not wait a beat. Like, it wasn't like, let's get used to. I mean, the song.
Yes.
I just pressed play. Like the song's going. I'm like, well, I committed. And by the way, I selected LL Cool J's "Mama Said Knock
That's
You
a
Out."
great selection, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. That really is a good selection.
And when I looked, I went, ooh, it's like, and did it off YouTube. So it was like 4:57. I'm like, am I gonna do 5 minutes? So he
Did
said,
it? What did you say? Did it off? Oh, you played the song
Yeah, just
off
played
of
the song
YouTube.
off
I got
YouTube.
you.
I just
Okay.
had my phone really fast. I'm like,
gotcha.
just pick a song, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
looked.
yeah.
Like, oh, I'll take
Gotcha. Did you have to wait for the commercial?
this. No. So then I sat down right away,
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh.
and my
Was it
wi-
just you? Oh, you had supervision.
Yeah, I had my wife was outside, and I said, I need a picture for proof. And then she was kind of laughing, and she had already said, she goes, I'm just going to call Dave and laugh, and we'll know what's happening. I'm like,
I wish she had. I got the text from her. I wish she had called, because had she done that, I would have known. Also, quick question. Your wife's out there. Your wife is not, your wife is, how would I say this? Your wife's petite. And so I'm wondering, did she have like the pool net ready for you?
Oh, no chance. It's over.
She's pretty much calling 911 at that
Just
point.
for perspective, she was wearing long pants, obviously. Maybe it was sweatpants, a vest, and a beanie.
Wow.
She's always cold anyway.
Not our cheetah pants, though. The cheetah pants.
What am I missing?
The ones I had to wear.
Remember when?
No,
Remember when Dave was in your wife's pants, Jason?
Yeah. That's
Jason's
right.
like, what
Wait,
are you talking about?
So she's wearing all of that.
Yeah.
And she's kind of laughing. I'm like, wait, are you doing video? And then I realized, oh my gosh, my breath, my breath was taken away.
Okay,
Like,
hold on. Was this was after you'd been sitting for a while?
I went, boom, feet in, and then
then
just
breath
sat
gone.
down and
Okay.
like, hey, are you?
Wow.
And then she was like kind of laughing, and she was saying something. I go, hang on, I need to concentrate. Like literally, like I don't know. That was like what I felt like I had to say.
Wow.
And I remember him saying, like, just think about your breaths,
Breath.
and
Yes.
breasts.
Your breath. Think about your breasts.
So I was just
exactly.
like, I like closed my eyes and just like think. And then I think I told you on the phone later, I got to a point where I was sitting so still, like the water wasn't moving. Like
You did.
and my feet were hurt, like they were hot, if that makes sense. They were burning.
100% makes sense.
So then I went, all right, let me move my feet a little because, like, do I have circulation? Like, what's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah.
And the little bit of movement moved the water, and so maybe it just went up slightly or up the back a
Yeah,
little bit. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, no, don't move anymore. And just,
Yeah.
and then just like, okay, the song, Mama said, not like, are we almost done?
Yeah.
And then I did the wrong thing. I said, Al, how much time's left on the phone? She goes, oh, you're halfway. I'm like, I thought I had like 10 seconds left.
Right.
I'm like, I can't get out now. And then it's like, I'm cold. I'm cold.
Yeah.
And it's burning.
I did not purposely ask you this on the phone yesterday. I want to save it for the show. I don't go in that cold of water, but there have been times when you've been in like a pool that's just right on the edge of cold warm. But there gets a point if you're in the pool long enough to where it's actually more comfortable underwater than had you lifted up. Did you get to that point, or was it like, get me out of here? It's better.
I don't know. I was in such concentration of getting through this, powering through the song.
Yeah.
The song ended, and I got out, and I'm like, woo! And it's like there was still a burning of the like I was cold.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to say it. Dried off. I saw that. I go, oh my gosh, she sent that. Now I see my phone because she did the text to you and to me. I'm like, oh gosh, they're the pictures. So then I called you, and I called you immediately when I got out.
Yeah, you were, and you had said that. So, well, let me ask you. Let's rank them, because this is not your first rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Dive in, shock, cold pool, shock to the body, dive in, blah, 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 get out, versus slink in, sit down, 4 minutes, get out. Do you have a preference?
So I've done the sit down once, which was yesterday. The dive in was probably, I would say, like 4 months of those, like the December, maybe November, December, January, February were the shock. I felt a bigger rush and exhilaration after that. After the dive in, full submersion.
That makes sense.
And maybe it's something with the head. Like my head was underwater.
Right.
And I mean, it's cold.
Did you submerge your head at all yesterday?
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if, even if you wake up this morning and just cold water on your feet, there's a little bit of
there's a shock.
sensation.
Yeah.
Now, when I got out, as the time went a little bit longer, I'm like, oh, my body feels pretty good. Like there was a element that felt good.
Yeah.
But I think I felt more the other way.
The other way. Interesting.
Now, I may have to try it some more, but it is 100% mental. And now that I know how it felt, because the other one is like I'm going to be done in seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Yeah, you're not playing. You're not playing Mama Said Knock You Out.
No, I mean, I'm going to have earbuds,
Mama
and it's
said.
like, I'll think of something like, literally, honestly, I've had this thought when I'm doing the jump in, like those months. I'll go, look what my son had to go through.
Yeah.
Can I do this?
Right, of course. Yeah, absolutely. This is nothing.
And then, boop, jump out and get in. I'm like,
yeah.
whew, feel good. And then it's like there's a rush and feel to wanting that feeling.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I had the exact same feeling yesterday.
Interesting.
So that made me nervous.
Yeah, right.
Like Coach Les really promoted this,
yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Hey, you did
But
it.
there was some pain.
Well, good for you, though. You know what? You did it. You did it the same day.
I got a picture from you, though.
Well, I didn't. Look, you did it first.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. But
you
had motivated me.
You looked comfortable.
You know what? It wasn't as
You
bad.
look like Seth Rogen for some reason.
Wasn't as bad as I thought. Well, cold will do stuff to you. So
looked very sunny.
that's actually it's what would you say? The way my backyard is, it's the reflection off the leaves, and so I also I got in as well, and it's funny because of course Chris is snarky and thinking like, oh, that's a picture from the summer or whatever. I sent it on our text thread. So
should I play your song that you were playing?
Please, yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, I don't remember even telling you that. So let's.
Okay, 30 more seconds.
That is 100 because it was between this and Barbie Girl.
Yeah,
and
the demons in that. Good job.
So I actually went in. The funny thing is, I went in twice. I went in the first time, and I had my wife take this photo. A really good photo.
Yeah, it is.
And then Chris said on the group chat, he said that could be from.
Could have been from any.
Could have
time.
been from any time.
Yeah.
So I had.
Then I went, oh, he's right.
Yeah, right.
I
And
think Jason, you said put a paper in there.
yeah,
We need proof.
We need like proof of life.
Yeah.
How do we know that you actually went in
Yeah.
today? So I had my wife grab the paper and give it to me, and I turned it to the date page where they, like when you get a paper, there's a date on it, and I am holding the paper.
Oh, that
with
the much bigger date page.
Date. Well,
I
zoomed on the paper, and there I am, and you could see the I don't know if they can see it on YouTube, but
I can read it. January 7th, 2026.
January 7th.
So you did do it.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, I felt it was
pretty easy.
Do it again. Like
that paper's cropping is out of control.
I mean, you're standing in the pool.
Yeah,
I had to sit.
He's in the deep end. I have a.
How was your breathing?
It's really normal. Just in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Cannonball!
Yeah. I just kind of walked right in. I was like, oh man, I was a little worried, health wise.
Yeah, your doctor gave you approval.
Doctor said, go for it. And, went in there and. It was great. It was a great experience. And,
mine are like BBs.
I was an innie. Well, congratulations, Jason. That's well done. Chris.
Chris did it?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't have a pool, guys.
You have a tub.
You have a tub?
You have ice?
Yeah.
You want me to keep making ice until I have enough to?
No, I think you could fill your tub with cold water. Just don't turn it on hot, and then pull the drain up so it stays in the tub. And then I think you could fill maybe a 32-ounce glass, or I don't know what your ice maker's like, but however much you can, just fill that up, pour it in the tub, mix it around. You're going to be in the 50s, and then just get in the tub, and then rub a tub.
Tub thumping.
I don't have the biggest tub, so I think I would be ankle deep.
Well, you would lay down in the tub is the.
Exactly.
Well, then I would be back deep.
Yeah.
With no legs inside.
Yeah. Well, then just maybe go. You could go face down, so it's getting like your.
Then
chest.
I'm drowning.
Yeah. Oh no! Keep your head out, and then just have somebody take a
snorkel.
Take a picture. You get like a back shot, and then there you go.
I don't want a back shot from you.
So, well, congratulations.
Did that make you any more interested or less interested?
More, because you did it now.
Oh.
More. And I called my doctor yesterday, and she usually calls back same day, but she didn't. So I expect one from her today. I'm not confident, dude. I'm not, for the reasons we talked about yesterday, I'm not confident. Because what is the
that you can do it, or
no. I'm confident I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not being Billy Badass. Like, I will not enjoy the cold part. Trust me. But I'm confident I can physically do it. I'm not confident that I'm fairly confident the doc is going to say no. Yeah. And here it was like what we talked about yesterday. Doctors and lawyers. Like, what is the motivation for her to say, hey, do this thing that's probably going to be fine, but you do have hypertension level 2, and it could go wrong, and now I'm kind of on the hook. Like, lawyers and doctors generally, because of malpractice and other things, they're always going to side towards being protected. Now, I could be wrong. She might say,
your way out.
No, I don't. That's the thing, is that if, you know me, I always pay off bets, and I'll take a bet. Well, I don't want to not do the thing, and it does feel like slinking. I don't like that.
Do you have do you have one of your numbers as the station number?
Do I have one of my numbers?
Yeah, because your doctor actually left a voicemail on the station voicemail.
Oh, I do. I have it as it lists as ICE, emergency contact. Yeah.
Chris, did you get it?
Yeah, because I believe, Dave, you asked, like, hey, I'm looking at doing a cold plunge today.
Yeah, cold plunge.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
What'd she say? Let's see.
Might happen here, and if it does, So what?
Well, that's pretty much.
That was her.
Throwing caution. Yeah, she's kind of got a weird voice. That's throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah. Well, something might happen here.
Here's what I will say.
And if it does,
so what?
If she says I can't do it,
what?
If she says I can't do it, then we're going to have to come up with something that is most likely worse than taking a that I would choose after, or I would rather I would want to do the cold plunge before. Like I want to do something equal or greater than that. Just might not, literally kill
Well,
me.
I think it just at some point you'll be able to do the cold plunge. I don't think
I
it's
hope
like you
so.
can't ever do it.
I wouldn't think so either.
Yeah. You get some of your numbers lower, and it's like, yeah, go for it.
What really freaking sucks is of course I could do it. I wouldn't say it's the same thing as like, well, don't drive because you might get in a car accident, but like, I feel like it's not, the odds aren't that.
Yeah. Now you go to the Northern California coast sometimes, right? And maybe you enter that beach, like you've probably put your feet in the water. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, ankles.
Now it's a big difference of putting your feet in the water than submerging, but there's still a shock element to that. You're like, I don't know what the ocean temperature is, 40, 50.
And by the way, what the hell is the difference between where's it all end? Like, what's the difference between me being shocked by pool temperature and I watched a scary movie and like where is it? What am I gonna have to be in a bubble?
Right.
You only live once, and you know what? Worse ways to go out.
Yeah.
There's like at least 4 worse ways to go out.
The one thing is, I bet you've already thought about your song.
I 100% know exactly what the song is.
I already played his song.
Yeah. It would be What's My Name by DMX. That is 100% what I would.
That's only like 2 minutes long.
It is? No.
Let me check.
No. All right, we got a big show for you while Chris is checking. Big show for you. College football playoffs return tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on day 1 of a 5-day football heater.
353, I'll allow it.
Oh, perfect amount.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect amount. 4-day football heater coming up starting tonight. Miami versus Ole Miss. Let's go, Ole Miss. Oregon, Indiana tomorrow at 4:30. What a weird typo. It's not Rash's Rice. Rashee Rice is in the news. It says Rashes. For all the wrong reasons. We'll talk about that. Kelly Brothers joins us at 7:28. I don't know what.
Good business.
I just said Kelly Brothers. Sam Amick at 8. Great timing.
I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Great timing for Sam Amick to come on because we had the first big trade. And we're going to talk about why the Washington Wizards just killed it yesterday. Absolutely killed it yesterday. I'm very proud of the Washington Wizards front office, and I'll walk you through that. I have notes to back it up as well. We'll do all that, plus fun and hijinks and, all the good stuff. Hello to everybody on the chat. Text us at 916-339-1140. Call us at 1-800-920-1140. The Trae Young Atlanta era is over. We'll talk about it next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th to the 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a Bluebird Day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Hi, I'm
Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-691-9999. That's 800-691-9999.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies, all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
600.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Competition's paying the price. I wouldn't mind this being in our rotation. Timeless.
I was hoping Coach would make a comment on the song, but he didn't.
He did.
Oh, well, we didn't say the other part of the story.
We didn't. No, go ahead, because this is the best.
I can't see.
This might be this might be the best part of the story.
I might have to look back just to get the exact wording. I don't want to do that, but it was basically I sent a text to Coach and to Dave.
Yes. With
the pictures and the pool temperature and song choice, and like you inspired us, whatever, blah blah blah.
I got it. And Coach's response was, "Let's go. That's big time. Way to go, Dave. How'd you feel after?" and Jason and I actually, this is true.
I think we were talking.
We were on the phone when that text came through, and we literally had a show meeting about how to respond. How could Jason respond without, we didn't want to, be aggressive or anything on it. So Jason then says, Don't give Dave credit. I was first. Now he needs to brave it. I do feel good. Thanks for the challenge, Coach. And then Coach Les says, sorry, didn't have my glasses on. Pressure's on, CD. So, yeah well.
See, look, there's a cold plunge up there.
Right, yeah, right there.
Get Chris that little tub right there, and he can sit in it.
Yeah, what about that, Chris? Would you be willing to do a cold plunge live in studio? We got the ice and the water in the bucket.
In studio?
Yeah, like we set it up like right here.
I don't think our engineers would be happy with that.
I'll screw that.
I mean, we'll just drain the water. No problem.
We're just sitting here running.
Outside. We could put it outside.
Yeah, we could do it outside.
I'll do it if you do it.
Well, now that's a whole different type of that actually might be worth a heart attack. Just to, what about, hey, what if
what if I go in, no reaction, sit in there for 4 minutes and then come out?
I think we should go in together.
It'll warm it up.
It would, especially if we bonded together for warmth, shared body warmth. Maybe the one time I'd be comfortable doing that with Chris. It's like, hey, let's just, come on. We're trying to survive here. Let's go.
I mean, obviously people do this all the time.
Yeah. It was just on TV right there. Welcome in, everybody. We'll start the program.
Welcome
here.
in.
The Trae Young. Did I say Trae Young?
Yeah.
The Trae Young era. Was that, Jason, was that an era?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The Trae Young era is over in the ATL. As this was very much a, oftentimes we'll say, well, trades come out of the blue. Don't believe most of what you. Well, this one was pretty much telegraphed. Even earlier in the day, our friend Mark Stein, who was at the Manchester City game. What was it yesterday? He's over there right now.
That's why they drew.
Yeah, see, he and his guys were protecting this whole thing. They traded Trae Young, who has made the All-Star team 4 times, to the Wizards for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. No draft picks changing hands, nothing else. Trae Young is 27 years old. And is currently having a down year, a little over 19 points, 1.5 boards, 9 assists. But when you look at his career stats, he's right around, there was a year he averaged 28.4 points a game and little under 10 assists. He's pretty much a 25 and 10 guy, 25 points, 10 assists on 35% shooting from beyond the arc. That's pretty much his deal. He'll give you a steal a game, but obviously those are all-star / borderline all-star numbers. C.J. McCollum is still a very serviceable player, but to be honest, is nearing is closer to the end than the beginning of his career. 34 years old, averaging just under 19 points, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, and then Corey Kispert, fairly youngish player, hasn't exactly panned out, I think, the way the Wizards were hoping he would. 15th pick in the 2021 draft, 9 points, 2 boards, 1 assist. So what is interesting about, there's a number of things. Atlanta, I think, had realized that they were going in a different direction, and that Trae Young, at that point, when it came to everything, whether it's gameplay, whether it's salary especially, was probably more of a help than a hindrance. And that they wanted to try to get off of he and his salary. When you look at the Hawks right now, they are quite the young team. Dyson Daniels, Zachary Reese-Shea, Jalen Johnson's really the key to that, and then Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They're putting together. And don't forget, by the way, they have Kristaps Porzingis and a few other guys on that team. My guy Dyson Daniels, of course. So we kind of know where they're going. And by the way, the hot rumor now is that Atlanta is going to turn around and they are targeting Anthony Davis from the Dallas Mavericks, which would actually be funny because then it would be Atlanta passed on Luka Doncic to draft Trae Young, who they just traded so that they could trade for the guy that the Mavericks got for Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
So there's that. What I love about what the Wizards are doing is following the timeline here. They were in a world of hurt contractually and everything else with Bradley Beal a few years ago. What they have managed to do is trade Bradley Beal for Chris Paul plus 6 seconds, 4 swaps. They then traded Chris Paul for Jordan Poole and a 2030 first-round pick. They dumped Poole's salary for C.J. McCollum and have now traded McCollum's expiring salary for Trae Young, who may either expire this year or next season. They effectively gave up Bradley Beal, Isaiah Todd, and Jordan Goodwin for Jordan Poole, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ryan Rollins, Landry Shamet. Now, this doesn't get visited enough because we always focus on the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade. So those 4 players, then Jason, a first-round pick swap with the Suns in 24, 26, 28, and 30, a 2030 protected first-round pick from Golden State, and then the Suns' second-round pick in 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 30, and then they threw in a 27 second-round pick from the Warriors. They took Bradley Beal and turned him into a 1 year, perhaps, of Trae Young, and insane draft capital. they're making smart moves to me. I like what they're doing. I'm not really a big Trae Young guy per se, but I like how they seem to be doing, and shockingly, this is a Sam Presti acolyte that's now in charge over there in Washington. But I feel like these are the moves of a good front office that has good vision, and as Kings fans looking to something like that, we'll get some De'Aaron Fox stuff a bit later. That's how you want to move, I think.
And kind of some incredible patience, right? Because it's still a very, very poor record-wise team that's growing a little bit here. They've gotten better here as of late. I think they're 5-2 in their last 7, something like that. They're starting to build something.
Yeah.
And then I think it's also like the trade for trade is, I don't know. We have to wait and see, I guess. But it's kind of, to me, is to get Trae Young, what's next for Trae Young there? Like, is it just the rest of this year? Is it the expiring next year? What do they turn him into? Or do they go, hey, no, this is a guy we would like as a part of our future and sign him again? I don't know how they're going to do all of that, but that's the next part of it. But yeah, I have no issue with it.
We're going to talk a little bit later about a couple things. Number one, De'Aaron Fox, his agent Rich Paul, spoke to Max Kellerman. They have a podcast together, and they talked about De'Aaron's time in Sacramento. So that'll, I'm sure, not upset anybody. We'll talk about that. And also, this is one of those subjects as we go to break that I am increasingly obsessed with. You know, Atlanta just basically traded, not basically, they traded a 27-year-old semi-perennial all-star for what is effectively cap relief and scraps. And Trae Young is now looking much like Zach LaVine, and I think we can follow these two a little bit. They're looking for extensions, and I want to talk about what their actual value is. The world of NBA valuation, because of this apron, because of the value of picks, the success of Oklahoma City, the success of Detroit, I think there's a lot of factors at play here. We're not looking at players like we used to.
Right.
You look at Trae Young's number, you're like, how did Bradley Beal get that haul a couple years ago and Trae Young got a 55-year-old C.J. McCollum? That's where we're at right now, and that may inform as to what kind of challenge Scott Perry has ahead of him. We'll take a break. When we come back, the college football playoffs continue. Rashee Rice, allegations against him in the news, and we got some fun facts from yesterday for you. We'll get to it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
California's largest sportsman's expo is back, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. We've got more tackle. Grab deep discounts on a huge selection of fishing gear, apparel, and accessories at the giant Fisherman's Warehouse booth. NorCal's largest gathering for anglers, hunters, and off-roading enthusiasts. Your life outdoors at the International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th through 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento. More info at sportsexpos.com.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-897-4400. That's 800-897-4400.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older.
For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Think about it during the break. I have an announcement. I do not want to be a player no more.
Why? You just crush a lot?
I just crush a lot.
Okay.
What does that mean? Do you know? Oh, does everybody know but me? Does he like recycling?
You don't crush a lot.
Does he like recycling? Is that what it is? Is it a reference to the grape and orange sodas, the Crush? Are those even around anymore?
I think the biggest question is, does he really need two rulers to measure?
What is he measuring? His success in the world of music?
Speaking of music, like it hit me during the break.
Oh, did you get it?
Asked me off air.
Yeah, when Jason was telling his story, he said, in the middle of his story, he said, and I felt when he dove in to the cold water, he said, I felt alive. And that triggered this thing in my brain, because my brain's warped, that I think it was a mid-'80s or late 80s song that goes, I'm alive, so alive. And Jason's the guru of that music, so I asked him.
I didn't have it then.
Who was it?
I believe
I Can Fly.
Love and Rockets.
You're 100% right. It's Love. That is exactly, I know for a fact you're right. Okay. And I did not look it up. That is 100 years. That's a great poll. It is Love and... God, did Love and Rockets have another hit?
There's no way.
I think they're only... For some reason now, I remember the video, now that you mention it. But I want to say they were 100% a one-hit wonder. What a great time in music. Love and Rockets.
I'm alive.
Yeah, that's it.
Didn't they tour with Winch?
Their second
smash.
So Alive has 30.6 million listens on Spotify. So actually less than I thought. Their second most listened to song is Haunted When the Minutes Drag at 5 million. And I'll bet you 4 of that 5 million is people listening to So Alive and then forgetting to change it. So there's that.
Okay.
What's next? What is next? How about some college football? College football
tonight.
Playoffs continue tonight as the Ole Misses take on the Miamis. And I'm here for that. We are big Ole Miss fans tonight in my household.
The Fighting Kiffinless?
The Kiffinless misses. Yes, we're there for that.
Wow. Not rooting for a friend of the show, Dave Richards' squad.
Actively rooting against friend of the show, Dave Richard, and his stupid squad. 12-2 Miami, 13-1 Ole Miss. I guess technically Miami's the Cinderella.
Yeah. You're not going to root for Ray Lewis and Michael Irvin on the sideline?
I am not. Nope. Nor will I root for Gino Torretta. Nor will I root for Ed Reed. Wait, no. Did Ed Reed? No, Ed Reed. Did he go there? Yeah. Not rooting for Jeremy Shockey. There's a name from the past we don't talk about that much. Yeah. Jeremy Shockey. He had a great few years. No, not even. Hey, you know what? Not even rooting for Willis McGahee or Frank Gore.
Wow.
I know, and I'm a huge Frank Gore guy.
Yeah.
Huge. Frank Gore and Emmitt Smith are two guys that are the toughest for me to root for, but I did. I had to, like with Gore, I had to put aside the Miami thing. Emmitt was the worst because I have so much respect for him as a football player. Not only did he go to Florida, he played for the Cowboys. Two teams I actively hate, but you know what? Sometimes you got to put that sports hate aside. Just it's like Kobe Bryant.
But then you loved him in Arizona.
Huge Emmitt Smith, Arizona guy. Who is favored tonight by how much? Number 10 Miami versus Ole Miss at the VRBO. Not ever going to say Verbo Fiesta Bowl.
I'm going to say Ole Mississippi.
Okay.
Full name.
Is that the full name? I thought it was Ole Miss, like some lady who wasn't married.
Sister of Swiss.
5.5.
Ole Miss 5.5. Chris Lott.
Ole Miss 3.5.
3.5. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a funky line. We officially have a funky line. The point spread is 3. The favorite is Miami. Interesting.
Yeah.
What do they know? What do they know? So you got that tonight. And then tomorrow, Oregon.
Yeah.
Versus our Hoosiers.
Yeah.
4:30 as well. You know, it's funny. When I was first looking at it this morning, I was half awake right in the show. I saw that because on the ESPN College Football Scoreboard, they had on the front page, they had both games, and both games started at 4:30. And I literally started typing in our rundown, why is college football screwing this up? Why wouldn't you stagger the games? And then I remember that the other one's tomorrow. So there you go. There's your semifinals. This is the NCAA Final Four, if you will, from Glendale Stadium, or State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So that's interesting. Then tomorrow you've got that. Tomorrow you got Indiana and whoever, Oregon. And then we move on, Jason, in the football weekend. How about this? Saturday, we got 2 games, Rams, Panthers, the Ranthers, and then the Packers and Bears. The Bears. Sunday, 3 games, Bills, Jags, Chargers, Patriots, and the 49ers and Eagles in the middle right there at 1:30 on FOX. But not to be done Monday.
Wrap around.
Texans, Steelers.
Yeah. Football for days.
It's just going to be a great football weekend, although...
And you've done a good job of not being sad about we're getting closer to the end of football.
It's one of them out of sight, out of mind things. Very sad. Here's the thing. You know why, honestly, you know why I'm probably doing better than I usually am is because my daughter's still home, that she goes back Sunday. And that, to me, is like officially the end of the holidays. I'm going to be
Christmas stuff still up?
Yes,
yeah,
100%. I'm going to be driving back. We're going to go to Old Sac this weekend, have a little family day. We're going to do some sort of little family dinner Friday night. A very family-ish weekend. And then I take her to the airport Sunday morning. Oh yeah, I won't shed a tear probably in front of her. Not that I wouldn't. I'm not that. But I don't think it will hit me until I'm doing that drive back down Riego Road or Elkhorn or Alverta, down back to my neck of the woods through Rio Linda, past that weird gas station that has the alien on top of it, the alien face.
How's Mason going to do?
Thanks, Chris. Thank you for that. That's great. How's Mason going to do?
Yeah.
Going to be about
hats and horns.
About
celebrating.
As excited as he can be. Yeah. You kidding me? Although I think he likes it when his sister's back home because we don't talk to him as much.
Yeah. I kind of like it like that.
She's like his spokesperson.
Yeah.
He's very comfortable in her shadow. Interestingly enough, I saw somebody compare and contrast the Eagles and the 49ers and their injury issues. I don't know if you guys saw some dude online did a whole breakdown about how the 49ers practice facility is right next to a power plant. And he went down there and did like readings and stuff and said basically it kills their collagen in their knees and they're susceptible to more injuries. Well, I don't know. But I can tell you this. In 2022, for the Philadelphia Eagles, every opening day starter played in the Super Bowl. Every single one. In 2024, 21 of 22 of their starters played in the Super Bowl. And this year, 21 of 22 starters will be ready to go for the playoffs. The 49ers, on the other hand, have been top 10 in injury rate every season under Kyle Shanahan since 2017, with the exception of 2023. And it does kind of make you wonder, is there something there? And I'm not necessarily talking about the power plant thing.
Right.
Is Kyle Shanahan taking a bat to these guys?
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on?
We go to bat.
We have a lot more fun facts for you a little bit later, including a look at the playoff defenses, good and bad. We'll get to that in just a few. We have 3 for Madness coming up next. We'll talk about the apron in the NBA, this trade, and Jason's got a question. I don't know what it is, but Jason's got a question for me. Kelly Brothers at 7:28, Sam Amick at 8 o'clock. We got a great show. We're an hour in, 3 more to go. We'll be right back.
You'll find Keegan Murray is Sactown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-949-1441. That's 800-949-1441.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Kelly Brothers coming up. Bottom of the hour. He's good at business.
Good at business.
In the meantime, 3 for Madness. Question 1.
Jason.
Yeah.
You have a question for Dave to lead off 3 for Madness. Do you care to share with the rest of us?
It'd be funny as if you were like, no.
Actually, that is.
No. I don't.
It's an off-air one.
Yeah, sorry. All right.
Question 2. No. So you have been a proponent of, for this, the way the Kings are constructed, to the best route would be, at least the way they're constructed now, is to get into the lottery and hopefully have a high lottery pick, correct?
That is correct.
Whether we call that tank command or whatever.
Eric.
So I just want to ask, and I maybe a rules question, and I'm going to refer to the 2018 draft, which I would deem as a very successful draft.
Yes.
Ironically, the Kings did have a high pick in that, and they took Marvin Bagley. We know that's Yesterday, Trae Young was traded.
Yes.
A successful player in that draft, very successful, 4-time All-Star. So I was looking at that yesterday. It is a very good draft.
Yeah.
All 14 lottery picks, there's 1 that's still on the same team. There's 4 All-Stars. There's an MVP in there. I don't even know what I'm formulating my question to be. I'm not even saying that's wrong or like, hey, look, these other teams traded. It's weird. Isn't it weird that
it is? This
is a good draft. Trae Young was successful.
Jaren
Luke
Jackson Jr.
is the only one. Yeah. And then technically we could get away with saying the only other one that hasn't been traded, but he was traded draft day, was, believe it or not, a guy that's probably untradeable, Miles Bridges.
Yeah. Well, wasn't Luka technically traded too, though?
Well, he has.
No, but I'm saying draft day.
Well, draft day but I'm even going
twice.
out. So,
no, you're right.
I mean, let's look. Ayton has moved multiple teams. Bagley, multiple teams. Luka traded draft day, but traded again. Jaren Jackson stayed. Trae Young traded twice, technically. Mo Bamba is all over the place. Wendell Carter Jr. has been traded. Colin Sexton is traded. Kevin Knox, I don't even know if he's still in the league. Bridges has been traded. Mikal Bridges. SGA was traded draft day, traded again. Yeah. He's an MVP. Let's see. Jerome Robinson, and then Michael Porter. And I said Miles Bridges, but Michael Porter Jr. Anyway.
Yeah.
These were good picks. They did well on these teams, and they've been moved. So, I don't know. It's also part of, like, when people say, oh, they drafted this guy. This guy will be here for 10 years. It just doesn't happen. It's weird.
It really doesn't. It's really interesting.
So, I guess I don't know that I have an official question, but it's more of, as you hear all this, I'm not even asking you to change your mind. Just what does it make you think of drafting?
It makes me think that I think a lot of it, when you look at the NBA, the truth is that there are systemic issues in the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers do not have to ride the same road that the Sacramento Kings or Oklahoma City Thunder do for a number of reasons. They are a destination place. It's the things that can happen off the court that matter as well. When it comes to endorsements, when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to, where young millionaires want to spend their free time. The Kings don't get. The Kings do not get Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis type deals handed to them.
Yeah.
You honestly could say the closest example of the Kings getting something like that is when they got Tyrese Halliburton when they did. I think we forget sometimes that it wasn't the Kings drafting Tyrese Halliburton at the 1, 2, 3. I mean, James Wiseman was the 2 pick with the Warriors, and didn't they have? Wasn't Moody also picked by the Warriors? Wasn't that the year they had Wiseman and Moody was like 8 or something before? That was a draft steal. The only real exception to that rule over our lifetimes, I think, has been the San Antonio Spurs, who have lucked into David Robinson, then Tim Duncan, then Victor Wembanyama. The De'Aaron Fox trade was... The De'Aaron Fox trade is certainly not the Luka Anthony Davis trade, but it's like diet Luka Anthony Davis. Like, obviously, San Antonio made out like bandits in that trade with Sacramento. So the answer is, and we're going to play De'Aaron Fox, this De'Aaron Fox audio at 7:43. I should say Rich Paul audio about De'Aaron Fox talking to Max Kellerman. The answer is not when you're rebuilding, you need to get a good draft pick and you need to hit on that draft pick. I would call rebuilding. Here we go. I got it. I think I got it, guys.
Kidney?
Yes, we got a kidney analogy alert here. I would say a good rebuild is akin to a good marriage. And here's what I mean. Obviously,
you do one every 5 years.
There's physical attraction. Okay. There's some sort of physical attraction. Let's just call that maybe the draft pick. That's the easiest one to pick off. But after a while, look, man, you've seen each other naked 50,000 times. That's going to go to there's got to be more beneath the surface. And maybe that's things in common. Maybe that's patience. Maybe that's whatever your love language is, et cetera, et cetera. And moving that over to the NBA and a rebuild, okay, you've got your draft picks, which is your attraction. But you also have to continue building that team, surrounding those draft picks with the right complementary pieces, knowing if it's time to get off that draft pick, perhaps, and trade that pick for something that means more. Let's look at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City did not get a number 1 pick. Their highest pick on that roster, I believe, is Chet Holmgren at number 2. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was what, 8, 10, 11, something?
To Charlotte, took him 11.
12, 11? Okay. They had to make that trade, but then when you look at everything else that happened, they had to hit on Lou Dort.
Right.
They had to hit on Chet Holmgren at 2, which you could argue. I mean, I got to go back and look at that draft, but they might have been able to draft someone better. The Al Horford sending him home for the year, that decision to open up space. Looking back at the De'Aaron Fox debacle and what got us from the Beam Team year to last year, there's so many things that go into that, but one that we constantly need to keep bringing up is the team's either refusal or inability to go out and get OG Anunoby or go out and get Pascal Siakam. And there's no way for us to know for sure, but we've talked about this. Had they gotten Pascal Siakam and Indiana did not, and you were rolling out with De'Aaron Fox, Pascal Siakam, Domantas Sabonis, probably Keegan Murray, and then whoever, I think we're in a completely different position.
Yeah.
So to your point, which I think is well put, if you're just banking on, unless the guy's name is Michael Jordan, or Victor Wembanyama, or David Robinson, or whatever, unless you're just, even the Dallas Mavericks, we talked about this 2 days ago, Jason. What Cooper Flagg is doing this year is ridiculously underrated.
Yeah.
And he's 18, about to be 19. He's about to, I believe, become the first guy since some other guy did it. That's a good job, Dave. I've got it somewhere. Here we go. He's currently leading the Mavericks in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. He would be the first rookie to lead his team in all 4 categories since, I'll give you guys each one guess. It's a well-known name.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is in the right ballpark of well-known names. Chris, since he guessed LeBron, and I'm saying it's in that category.
It's not LeBron?
It's not LeBron. Cooper Flagg leading his team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals, and to be the first rookie to lead the team in all 4 categories since this player.
Tyreke Evans?
Not in a LeBron James category.
I don't know. That's kind of he move over Michael Jordan.
That's a good point. Well, you just said it. Michael Jordan was the last rookie to lead his team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. By the way, Michael Jordan came out after his sophomore year, I believe, or junior year at North Carolina. Cooper Flagg's 18 years old. But Dallas still has to do things.
Yeah.
They can't just sit back and let Cooper Flagg turn 23 and develop and go championship.
Yeah.
They've got to surround him with people or Cooper Flagg's going to be a Laker someday.
Right. And I think even in this question for this draft, specifically the 2018, it's also what you did with them when you had them and what you traded them for, what they became. And I think if we go to Fox is a successful draft pick by the Sacramento Kings.
Yes.
While he was here, he was good. He performed. You tried to build around him. I think we could debate whether they got enough for him in the post part of what he turned into. Right?
You mean in the trade to the Spurs if we got enough for him? Yeah, I don't think there's a debate.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you – so you're looking at all these guys, you're like, this was a good draft in 2018. The lottery has been all traded basically.
Yeah.
But some of these teams did well in what they moved on from.
Right.
Some of them did not. So I think it's all of it. It's like you've got to – when you draft them, you've got to get the most out of them, and when you move on from them, hopefully you get the most out of them.
Well, and even in Michael Jordan's an example of somebody being a high draft pick that won championships with his team. But let's look at LeBron James, who by a technicality won a championship with the team that drafted him, but he had to go to Miami to win championships and then come back.
Yeah, I mean, in just a few months, the guys who were traded for each other, Luka and Trae Young. We all ripped the Luka trade because they didn't basically open it up to the entire population. But I say in fairness now, they still did get Anthony Davis. I mean, he's an all-star. Max Christie and I think a pick. Trae Young was traded for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert.
They got to, say this about Nico Harrison. He did get a lot more for Luka Doncic than they got for Trae Young. Yeah. And he is... The NBA is a weird place, man. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Speaking of.
The Hawks got C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert for Trae Young. Was that enough?
What we got here? We got a few minutes left. Just go ahead and combine questions 2 and 3 because I think this bleeds into the conversation we're about to have. And the third question is, has the apron hurt the NBA in general?
Right.
Questions 2 and questions 3, and kind of to your point, question 1, all really kind of tie into this is the new age NBA. No, they didn't get enough. Of course they didn't get enough. He's a 27-year-old, 25-10 guy. And 10 years ago, probably not even that, but let's just say 10 years ago in the NBA, the guy's averaging 20 and 10. He's in MVP conversations each and every year, and that's a steal. That's a farce. That's terrible. You could argue that is very much, it's I don't think it's as bad, but it's in the same ballpark as getting Zach LaVine for De'Aaron Fox. It's bad. But here's the problem. The NBA does not value players the way they used to. The way they used to value players is, what does he score? What does he rebound? How many assists? Is he good on defense? What kind of a player? Let's look at his stats. Now, that's certainly obviously the large part of grading a player, but now you have to factor in, number one, I'm glad that defense is factoring in a lot more, and teams are starting to realize that, hey, that's really neat, Trae Young, that you're doing all that, but if you're a turnstile on defense, we're not playing 4-on-5 on the other end of the ball, and you have to play defense in order to win championships almost entirely. As a matter of fact, we've done this before, but when you look at the list of NBA champions, it is few and far between where you find a champion that doesn't have at least one very good, if not incredible, defensive player. Obviously, Oklahoma City has quite a few. I think the Celtics were more of a team defense type of team. The Nuggets had Aaron Gordon. The Nuggets had Bruce Brown. The Nuggets, I think that year, had Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And then you had Golden State, which had Draymond Green at the center of that, and Klay Thompson, who's an underrated backcourt defender, was tremendous. You had the Bucks with Giannis and everybody else associated, including Brook Lopez. On and on and on. Even the Showtime Lakers had Michael Cooper and Kareem and a few others. So teams are finally, at least this is the trend, saying, okay, we if we get a guy like Trae Young, we're and by the way, Dallas, horrible trade, sure.
Yeah.
Big reason they traded Lucas, he just is not interested in playing defense. And they felt like they literally traded a very gifted offensive player for a gifted, albeit hurt, defensive player in Anthony Davis. Now, though, it's also how long is he signed for? What is he making? How much of it is guaranteed? I was talking yesterday about this to a friend of mine over in England. And in England, what they do with their soccer teams, which I find fascinating, is every year there's a report that comes out. Because these teams, I'm going to skip over some things here, but in essence, their salary cap is largely based on how much of a profit the team is able to make. It's in part to try to prevent oligarchs and whatever from coming over, buying teams and just putting $70 billion into a team and buying everything. Not that Chris's team doesn't do that, but
it prevents teams from shaking up the establishment.
That's what they're trying to do. That's the what they're aiming for. So every year they put their books out. Imagine that every year on X and Y date, the NBA put out all of their books for all of their teams. And you could see, and you could pour through this Excel sheet, basically, and look at everything the Kings have made. How much did they make on ticket sales? How much did they make on advertising? How much did they make on their TV deal? How much did they make on merchandise? What was their percentage income from the national TV deals? On and on and on. What were their expenses? How much do they have in loans that they've taken out for various developments? What's the interest they pay on that loans? What's their monthly nut on salary, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? How much did they make or how much did they lose? This is available to fans over there for their soccer teams, which is unheard of. That would be insane to do that over here. However, they feel the same way about us when it comes to how public we are about player salaries. Now, they may know that, there'll be a report that, Joe Taylor was signed to it was a $4 million transfer fee and he makes $2 million a year. Or weirdly enough, they always say like 50,000 pounds a month or a week or whatever it is. But they don't know. They don't know the exact number usually. They don't know the options. They don't know if there's a pay it forward clause. In other words, if I send this player to you, you may buy him, but if you resell him, there may be a clause that we get 10% of whatever you blah, blah, blah. Anyways, my point is this. We are just doing that. Apron has completely blown apart the way the trade market works, the way the free agent market works. And now I would say, Jason, the way value is ranked for NBA teams, when you look at them, you look at the talent they have on the floor, but you almost just as much look at what kind of cap space do they have?
Yep.
What kind of draft capital do they have? And why is that draft capital so important? It's not just bringing in new players. It's also you're going to be on a rookie contract and team control for 5 years. Trae Young, Luka Doncic, Zach LaVine, their values are completely skewed now because you have to. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So Scott Perry is sitting here right now. He's got a borderline all-star player still in his prime in Zach LaVine that should, based on numbers, he ain't a perfect player.
Right.
He should fetch a pretty nice haul. And I'll say it again. I think if somebody who had cap space, if they had $50 million cap space and they came to Scott Perry and said, Scott, we'll give you a conditional 2034 second-round pick, top 40 protected, I think he'd take the deal.
Yeah.
There's nowhere near equality there.
Well, for the example, so that's probably where we are now, present day. Let's go the extreme, and I'm just going to go 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I think it's similar comp, but not – there's a little stretch here. So you're saying Zach LaVine, and I'll throw in Sabonis. Let's say they're trying to move them right now.
Sure.
2 guys that still have more basketball to go, guys that have been all-stars. Are they comparable to Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell? Well, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Here's 2022's trade.
Uh-huh.
Utah sends Donovan Mitchell to Cleveland for Markkanen, Sexton, Abaji, 3 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. They send Rudy Gobert to Minnesota. I don't even read my writing here. For Beverly, Beasley, Kessler, Vanderbilt, Malarmo, 4 first-round picks, and 1 pick swap. That was one offseason for the Jazz.
Danny Ainge is a genius.
But that was at that time.
Right.
Also, people thought, "Ooh, that's elevated the market." Everybody's trying to get a trade like that. That was probably too much.
Yeah.
Now we're the other way, where it's like it's not enough. But part of it is, to your point, to that apron issue. And I don't know if there'll be a course correct, or if this is the new NBA for years, or, I mean, if I don't know how they fix that, or do they need to? And I think then everything else becomes, man, you're going to have to draft almost perfectly.
Well,
or spend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think where the NBA slipped a little bit, in my opinion, watching the moves here, I think it's hard to argue that LeBron, Curry, I don't know, pick your top 20 players, SGA, Kevin Durant, Joker, like Giannis. Yeah, you could almost argue they deserve more. And I know when we're talking about deserve, they're, people that are making hard-earned money to live and exist and pay mortgages.
Their
and
worth is higher than they're being paid.
Yes.
Their market worth from a business point of view.
Right.
LeBron James is underpaid.
Yeah.
As funny as that sounds.
Yeah. But to see them get a high salary, 40, 50 million, you're like, okay. I think there's some tweeners where you're going, really? How is player X making 33 million, 35 million? Like, that to me is back to where people get greedy. We need this player. You overvalued them. They weren't the player you thought they were. They didn't develop the way you thought they were. So there's kind of a scale of the haves and have-nots even in the NBA, even though the have-nots are doing fine.
Yeah.
But that, I think they need to try to course correct.
Also, to add to your point, Mikal Bridges was traded for 4 first-rounders. Right. Along with 4 unprotected first-round picks.
2 years ago, right?
Yeah, and a protected first-rounder from the Milwaukee Bucks, which is, I think, the largest amount of draft capital ever for a player. And Mikal Bridges is fine.
Right.
I don't think he's nowhere near that value right now. Nowhere approaching that value right now.
And then you would think the very next year after that, here's Fox, here's Luka, and neither one fetched what you would think where they were in their career, specifically Luka,
right?
But Fox too.
Mikal Bridges got more in a trade for him than Luka Doncic did.
Yeah.
And going back to, because you said, well, what are they going to say? Danny Ainge flipped Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell for effectively a bunch of players and 8 first-round picks and all kinds of draft capital, right? Here's, though, let's go back to what we talked about, how drafting the right player is half the battle, just like building draft capital is, well, maybe not half the battle, but you know what I'm saying.
Then,
The Utah Jazz, less than 6 years ago, were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Right. Now, granted, that was a shortened season, but they were 52-20. They were 44-28 the year before and 50-32 the year before that. Since then, they went 49-33. I wasn't it like 21 was the Gobert Mitchell trades? I think
22.
22. Okay. So 21 they go 49-33. 22 they go 37-45. 31-51. 17-65. And they're currently not doing much better. They're going to be almost certainly well below. 12-24 this year. Well, as of January 8th, 2026, Danny Ainge hasn't really produced anything.
Right.
But this is, again, not every rebuild's the same. And I'd be fine with Danny Ainge being in charge of our rebuild. We saw what he did with the Celtics. He has a track record of being very successful doing this. But as of right now, there haven't really been that many results.
Right.
The results have not been, amazing for the Utah Jazz. But, Jason, they have Keontae George. Keontae George is averaging 24.7 boards and 4 assists. He is 22 years old. He just turned 22 in November. I would trade our entire roster for a player like Keontae George. They have Ace Bailey. They've got some young guys that they can supposedly build around. Plus, they still have draft capital. Plus, they're going to have, I would think, a pick this year. We'll see how that works out. If it's not, or if it's top 8, they'll have a pick. And I imagine the Jazz will 100% have a top 8 pick if Danny Ainge has anything to say about it. It is the uncertainty about rebuilds. Mm-hmm. Anybody telling you that a rebuild is 100% will be 100% successful is trying to sell you something. I've never said that. What I have said is down path number 1, I believe this, which is this path, there is a 0% chance of success. Down path number 2, which is a rebuild, it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
I'll take the coin flip, and hopefully it lands, the way we need it to land. We'll take a break when we come back. Just a 2-minute break, guys. Kelly Brothers, he's good at business. We will talk about all the things going on in the world of Kelly Brothers. First time we talked to him in the new year, and that's going to include what the hell has happened to sports columnists and the new stadium for the Chiefs. We'll do that next.
Question 3.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. San Francisco! La Paul George went up and caught
the ball. Touchdown! The 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Sactown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers lose the season finale on Saturday night at home to Seattle 13-3. With the win, Seattle wins the division. It gets the number 1 seed in the playoffs. As for San Francisco with the result, they fall to the number 6 seed in the playoffs. And because of that, the Niners now will have to travel to Philly for a first-round playoff game. You can catch that game this Sunday beginning at 1 o'clock right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
All right, welcome back for the first time in 2026. Although I have not spoken to Kelly Brothers here since before Christmas, I have not just spoken to Kelly Brothers. I have seen Kelly Brothers.
Really?
In person.
Wow.
He, too, was with at least some of his family at the Sacramento Kings game
Nice.
Versus the Mavs.
Out in the wild.
Out in the wild, and we ran into Kelly, and there it was. Good morning, Kelly. Oh, do we have Kelly?
No, it was great.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you now.
All right. No, great to see you and your lovely daughter as well. Fantastic.
Yes, that was fun. We had family with us, and we got to see a win, Kelly.
Hey, what's that like?
Felt like old times.
Felt like old times. Yeah, that's just.
And that's the saddest part of this is when you go to some of these games and I mean, it's a tomb. Golden One. It's just so quiet when they're down 30. It's depressing. It really is. But anyway, you guys discussed that enough.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So what's I know we've got a couple different topics here to ring in our first episode of the new year with you, and something that things change in our world, but one of them is the sports columnists. I think that all of us grew up on reading, and heck, the paper's a dying entity as well. But what's the latest on just kind of where we are in that part of our culture, just not having as many sports columnists?
Sam Amick joins us at 8 a.m., by the way. Back to you.
No, I mean, and there are still good sports columnists, but that daily Sacramento sports columnist is done, and that's true in any city. It struck me yesterday. First of all, realize my first job I was a B-boy. I delivered the Sacramento Bee.
Same.
And I was probably different than most 12-year-olds or 11-year-olds in that in the morning, before I would deliver the Bee, I would read the sports page. I would sit on the stack of papers and read the sports page and read some of the great columnists they had. And I remember finding myself crying, reading the morning that Joe Roth passed away. Remember, he was a quarterback for Cal who no one knew how bad his cancer was, and suddenly he was gone, I think at the age of 21. So I used to love these sports columnists. And to think that yesterday it was announced the Post-Gazette in Pittsburgh, after being in business for hundreds of years, is disappearing as of May 3rd. To think that Atlanta, Georgia, no longer has a paper, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, gone. To think that these newspapers are completely disappearing, and we kind of knew what the trend line was, but man, to think that it's 2026 and that you're going to have major cities that don't have a paper, do not have a paper. It really is unbelievable, and it shows how quickly digitization has kind of decimated that industry.
It's funny you bringing this up, and we never talk about these subjects. Kelly's got stuff he wants to talk about. We talk about them. It's funny you bring this up because that same game that I saw I ran into Mark Kreidler and his family, including his son who plays baseball professionally.
They put on the big screen, right?
Yes, they did. And Mark is just one of the sweetest, kindest people you'll ever meet, former KHTK employee. And he had a great conversation. Mark was one of my heroes growing up, reading him in the paper, or S.L. Price or Jim Van Vliet, Aileen Voisin, Marcos Berton, who's still there, on and on and on. Where you'd wake up in the morning, yes, Kelly, I was the same as you. I would undo that little plastic thing that kept the bundle of papers together, and before I started digging into my little plastic bag of rubber bands and getting my hands all blackened with ink to wrap them up and put them in my canvas bag that I slung over my Schwinn bike, I'm sitting there and I'm reading Mark, and I'm reading the column on the far left or far right of the Bee. And I was with my daughter last night, as a matter of fact, in my home office doing something, a little guest room we have that my wife and I use as an office. And this isn't on a local level, but I want to get to the point about not just missing that, but also I think the class and dignity that came with old school sports reporters. Probably at least top 3 most prized possession I own. I was showing my daughter these different things of memorabilia in my room. And when I was in my first year doing the night show, we got this email that you'll get. You get them on TV too for hey, this guy's making rounds for this new book or movie or whatever. Well, everybody apparently on the station passed them up for whatever reason. So in my first year doing the night show, 9 to midnight, I get to have on my show right at 9:30 p.m. to analyze an upcoming match. It was Roy Jones Jr. versus Bernard Hopkins. Bert Sugar comes on the program, stays on with me for 20 minutes, and of course, part of doing the interview is he would send you a signed book. So about a week later, I get a box, best wishes, Bert Sugar, and then something like, hey, see you at the fights, or whatever. Okay. So I'm looking through the book when I get home, and all of a sudden something falls out of the book as I'm flipping through it. Bert Sugar had his own stationery. At the bottom, it said Sugar on it. And it was a full page, Kelly. Hey, Dave, good luck in the business. Thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. Can't wait to break this fight down. I mean, just said the most complimentary things. And anybody who knows Burnt Sugar, Kelly, I know you do too, know, Fedora, Cigar. He was an old schooler like Lupica and the sports reporters. And really the only thing we have left now closest is PTI with 2 old school sports reporters. I'm getting passionate about it, but you're 100% right. Everything is 30-second clickbait. That's what we're being encouraged to do at the station. You see all these little 10, 20, 30-second videos with hot takes, and then everybody argues with everybody. And I know we sound like boomers here, but it sucks.
It does. It does. The in-depth, kind of that rounding out of the people who are involved never happens. You never, there should be stories that highlight the more human side of some of the people we're watching and judging every day. And that's kind of disappeared. So it's sad. It's gone. And I wonder, you do have the Athletic. I remember when the Kings first got hot. What was the name of the website, Dave? It was there was a website that was an aggregation of all the local papers in the country.
The National.
So if you went and if they were playing Atlanta, I'd go on that site and I'd hit the Atlanta paper and I'd see what they were writing about the Kings. And it was and that was exciting to see what other people were writing about our team. But it's just changed so dramatically, and in that case, not for the better in terms of local coverage by good people.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly, how about in another medium? Mike Tirico is continually showing his super talents. I mean, this guy is just so good at everything he does, and he's going to be super busy coming up.
Yeah, he's got a day unlike any other coming up. He is, of course, the host of the Olympics, but he could not turn down the opportunity to do play-by-play on his first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So he will be flying from Italy to L.A. Imagine this day. He is doing the Super Bowl for NBC, and then he's going to host the Olympic primetime show from the field at SoFi. Wow. So that's a good day. I got to admit, I'm not totally on board with him yet as a basketball guy. I haven't. Maybe I just need to get used to his voice in the basketball setting. But everything else he does, he's been fantastic. I have no doubt that I'll get used to it eventually. But yeah, that's a. Kirk Herbstreit likes to use his private jet, but man, Mike Tirico will be that's to take off in the middle of the Olympics, do the Super Bowl, and then head back to Italy. That's good stuff.
I think Tirico is an interesting topic because anytime we have a conversation, we talked about Tirico on Monday. Mm-hmm. Anytime we have a conversation about Mike Tirico, it's nothing but amazing, awesome. I don't know if I've ever heard, I'm sure I have. I don't know that I ever hear in this day and age where everybody has a detractor or somebody who says they're trash. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody say, Mike Tirico, where's the talent in that guy? And he's doing the Olympics, and he's doing all the sports, and he's doing the Masters. But for some reason, am I wrong here? Why does it seem like Tirico has not been grandfathered into the Bob Costas, Al Michaels, that group of pantheon?
I think it's happening.
Is that what it is? Are we in the
it's in process.
Okay.
I think you're right, Jason. But I also think, I think this proves, given the performance on both sides, I think this proves that NBC was very smart to find a way to exit Al Michaels when they did and ascend Mike Tirico to where he is today.
Yeah,
because Al was at his peak and kind of falling off a little bit, and Tirico was waiting in the wings. So that was a good decision in my mind.
Yeah, nope, I agree. Finally, we got a new stadium in the Midwest, I think.
We do, and this is getting a lot. I mean, this is what happens when you have not two cities but two states bidding for your stadium. Remember, Kansas City sits right there where Kansas and Missouri come together. I have to say, Kansas City. Kansas is the only state in the country where its biggest city is in another state. That is, Kansas City is in Missouri, the Kansas City we know and love. There is a Kansas City in Kansas. But the Chiefs have announced a new term sheet. Basically, the state of Kansas has recruited them out of Missouri. They're giving them $3 billion.
Wow.
And getting very little in return. The Chiefs keep 100% of all revenue. The Chiefs will pay $7 million in rent, but the rent doesn't go to Kansas. It goes into this account that then be used for renovations, for repairs, for operational expenses. In other words, they get to use their own rent payments. But they had a nice deal where they were going to redo Arrowhead, but they decided not to. These two stadiums are about 20 miles apart. But this is going to be, what was his name? Andrew Brandt, I was reading. He said this is a perfect illustration of socializing the cost, but privatizing the profits. The Chiefs have done that. They've gotten $3 billion from the state of Kansas, and they're going to keep what comes out of it.
Nice business to be in.
Yeah.
Can I get that for selling oranges or something? Maybe that'd be nice. And as we wave goodbye, can I just say I've been really torn this week on. I feel like we should just do away with the whole calling out of teams that are named after a city but don't play in that city thing, because really, like, isn't that half of sports now? Like, whether you talk about, the Bills are the only team in New York and the Jets and Giants play in East Rutherford, the Santa Clara 49ers, what we're going to be talking about now with nobody knew where the hell Kansas City played except people there. Nobody knew if they played in Kansas or Missouri. Nobody cares, right? So I don't know. Is that a pejorative if you don't play right in the city you're named after? Am I being too sensitive?
For us it is. I think if you're in Kansas or Missouri.
Do we just drop him? Oh, what did he say? Oh, there you go. You're back, Kelly. Sorry, you dropped for a second. Would you mind starting over? Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think for you and I, you're right, Dave. But I think for people who live in Kansas and Missouri, it is a big deal. But I just find it funny knowing the topography of Santa Clara. How whenever they're showing a Niner game, the beautiful skyline shots are always San Francisco. It's not Santa Clara or Cupertino or Los Gatos.
Right.
Although you could do some cool shots of the Apple campus, or maybe Santa Cruz or Monterey. Some of these. I mean, Santa Cruz is as close as San Francisco is, but you're right. It's these metro areas now. I mean, you fly into Tokyo, Japan, and it's an hour and a half to get to Tokyo from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to start looking at some of these regions as just metro areas.
Well, speaking of fun drinking game to play if you're into that during the NFL playoffs, anytime Seattle is playing in their whatever football round they're in, anytime they play a grunge music song, anytime they show a fish being thrown, take a shot. You won't make it in the fourth quarter. Kelly, appreciate you.
Thanks,
Good
Kelly.
seeing you.
Hey, guys, have a great weekend.
All right,
Peace out.
All right, bye-bye. That is Kelly Brothers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got audio. So everybody just calm down. All right, it's Rich Paul talking to Max Kellerman about De'Aaron Fox. It's interesting talking about did he or didn't he want to leave Sacramento. We'll play it, and then, of course, we'll have nice, calm conversations about it next.
Styles says farewell to the middays. Afternoons, here he comes. Beginning January 12th.
It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and now Alan Styles. Kings, Niners, NFL. Alan's college baseball stats and Major League Baseball talk. Weekday afternoons 2 to 6 on your number one sports station in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Daniel Tosh, my first farewell tour. Saturday, January 24th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley.
This is how I come up with material. I rant to my friends and my family, my inner circle, and when they hate every word coming out of my mouth, I know it's ready.
Saturday, January 24th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley. On sale now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss your chance to see Daniel Tosh.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
So, guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
This is the Drive Guys. January 12th.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
This is the Drive Guys. Weekday afternoons 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports 1140.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. While we were talking to Kelly Brothers, Mike McDaniel got fired by the Dolphins. Now? Couldn't fire him earlier when I was saying he should be fired. Now you got to wait till now?
They won a bunch more games after that.
Yeah, good
after
job.
They said they were committing to him.
Yeah, good job.
They knew you were going to go on a 5-minute soliloquy about Burt Sugar.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Just saying. Should have fired him all.
Burt Sugar?
Burt Sugar.
Should have fired him?
No.
Oh.
Rest his soul.
No.
So maybe that's the next ex-Niner to come home to the roost. Will be interesting. All right, I want to get to this because we're going to, we're going to need some time, I'm sure, to go over all this stuff. Rich Paul is the most powerful agent in the NBA. And he was speaking to Max Kellerman on their podcast, which I enjoy, by the way. It's actually a weird matchup with the two of them, but it works somehow. And they talked about De'Aaron Fox and got to Rich talking about De'Aaron's exit from Sacramento and how that all came down. So listen for yourself.
He never wanted to leave that team.
Never want to leave Sacramento.
That's your thing. He never wanted to leave that team.
Never want to leave Sacramento.
He did not, no. And when I first signed him, one of the biggest things was because, I get the reputation that, if you sign, then he's going to try to move you to a better market or a bigger team, whatever the case may be. That was one of the things. He's like, Rich, I really want to see this thing through here in Sacramento because they drafted me and he liked the ownership group, et cetera, and even the front office at that time.
Forget about seeing it through it. I can see through it.
No.
Out.
But that wasn't the case.
It took a little time.
But it took some time. But with that being said, he trusted me to be able to present to him places that I thought made a lot of sense for him going forward in the future.
So at a certain point in Sacramento, you're like, look, did he come to you or did you go to him? And like, look, this ain't working.
I mean, the writing was on the wall.
There's no future in it.
But we handled it very professionally, as professionally as you can. And you see the disgruntled and things like that, but you still have to go out and play, and every situation is different. But in this case, then now you have to have foresight. So the foresight was, let's look at these teams, Orlando, San Antonio, teams that really needed a point guard, but also had some other key pieces and that he would fit right into and be able to catapult. So ultimately we landed on San Antonio, and San Antonio saw it as well. But again, when you talk about, they're still looking at culture, timeline. Hey, you coming in here next to Wemby. Wemby's going to be our franchise guy.
But not only that, Fox gets kind of in terms of the press that they get, or in the imagination of the fans, when people talk about the Spurs, Wemby. And then after Wemby, it's kind of like Harper and Castle.
And that's okay.
And he becomes, I'm saying it's really good placement by you and him, because he becomes the veteran leader who can take over in crunch time. And that's why I say, in a weird way, he's kind of their secret weapon.
But again, what you're saying goes into why they acquire.
Interesting. Okay. Now, here's where I am on this conversation. In poker, there's a term called pot committed. And a lot of times in discourse these days now, you have people that are pot committed. I thoroughly believe that you could have Vivek Ranadive, Monty McNair, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul, Rich Paul, whoever the hell it is over in San Antonio. I always want to say R.C. Buford, but I don't think that's him. You could have all these people in a room together, hooked up to lie detector tests, and being like, yeah, he didn't want to trade. Like, he really didn't until, and going through the whole timeline like we've spoken about. And I think there's just too many here. Not a lot. I'd say about 30% of Kings fans, maybe 30, are just like, he's a snake. He screwed us. He quit. And, that's the jilted ex syndrome. I mean, to me, it's embarrassing. But they're sticking to that, man. They're not going to move. And if you try to say otherwise, you're shilling for Fox, or you're shilling for Rich Paul or whatever, which I guess that's what you would do. And I'm also not sitting here saying, hey, we should take everything Rich Paul says as gospel too. Right. He's a freaking sports agent. But it's another nail in the coffin, and I think it's the reason why I will talk about it is some might also say, he's gone. Why are we talking about this again? This isn't the home of the Spurs. It's not, because I think it's important. It's incredibly important to remember what happened, remember how it happened. Because Anthony Slater, ESPN, came out with I don't know if you saw the article yesterday. It's a very long-form article on the Sacramento Kings. And is a lot about the interference that happened that led us to this. The interference from above. Right now, by all accounts, both publicly and privately, anyone who has any connection to the Kings, whether it's Sam, whether it's me, whether it's you, whether it's Anthony Slater, whether whoever is reporting, they all say the same thing. Scott Perry was brought in to have full autonomy. Full autonomy, and he has full autonomy right now. And he has since the moment he stepped in. But the other part of that sentence is Monty McNair had full autonomy when he came in. Remember, they did a big search. They brought in a consultant firm or whatever to do the search. They bring in Monty McNair. He's got full autonomy. He gets Executive of the Year. Mike Brown gets Coach of the Year. We're off to the races. Then, for whatever reason, maybe because Monty missed on a couple of picks, I don't know, that autonomy slowly but surely went away. Fox did not want to trade. He didn't want to trade until he wanted to trade, and that's the line of demarcation. And it's important for us to, I think, remember what got him to the point of wanting that trade. Mm-hmm. All the things that were mishandled, all the opportunities that were not taken, all the moves that were not made, to where he got to a point where he said, I have given half of my career, probably more, to this place. I wanted to make it work. Hell, he named his kid Reign, R-E-I-G-N, like as in purple. Like, he wanted to be here. He wanted to make the playoffs. He wanted to win a championship. And in the end, he saw what was coming. And he saw that it wasn't going to change. And he didn't want to commit the second half of his career. So instead of just waiting for the contract to be up, he said, I want to go. If you're upset about the return that we got for De'Aaron Fox, you should be. Because it was it was, I don't want to disrespect Zach like that. It wasn't the value we should have gotten. Nobody forced them to make the trade last February. Even the agent and the player thought they were going to wait until the summer. The Kings had full control, and they voluntarily traded for one of the worst contracts in the NBA. That is not because of De'Aaron Fox and Rich Paul. That is because of incompetent moves that ultimately cost Monty McNair his job. Wes Wilcox left for Utah. Who was the coach that left midseason? Was it Jay Triano?
Luke Laux.
Luke Laux, I'm sorry. Thank you. Florida State's Luke Laux. So anyways, we're going to go on and on and on about it. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I didn't hear any. Did you hear anything there, by the way, that you didn't feel was accurate?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, and he's going to be a little bit more dialed in, like you said. I mean, he's going to have his lean because, he's going to tell the story he wants to tell, but I didn't hear anything that was inaccurate.
I think it was accurate, but you can tell things are definitely withheld. There's a lot of if he wanted to truly get into it, that's like an hour talk. Like, he's cutting a lot out.
What do you think, not specifically, but give me an example, even though you're not saying that's what it was, of what would be withheld?
The talks leading up to it. What you don't get from that, like the discussion started with Trae Young, like what's going to happen about Trae Young, and basically Rich Paul takes everything. Like what do you need to get a trade to happen? And he pointed out, like, which kind of weirded me out, was like it starts with the agent and the player, and like the team and the GM are second thought.
It was just incompetence all around. It's really sad. It's really sad because that's where we're here right now because of those types of things. This was a self-inflicted wound, and that's what I think really is overall scary. And like I said, there's going to be people that continually. You asked, was there anything there that you heard was inaccurate?
Right.
Not only was there nothing I heard there that was inaccurate, there was all stuff we knew. There's people that are literally currently still with the organization. It's still with the Kings. That are like, yeah, no, that's. I don't know how else it can be explained, whether it's Rich Paul saying it, whether it's me or you saying it, whether it's Sam Amick coming. I how many times do we see Sam taking shots? It's embarrassing, man. It is embarrassing when I hear the De'Aaron Fox is a snake take. And generally it's like some 20-year-old kid who's coming on. And it's just have the awareness to look within, and it's okay to say my franchise needs to do better. They needed to do better, and we need to learn from this going forward. We'll take a break. When we come back, speaking of, how about Sam Amick? He had a big article coming out today about Giannis Antetokounmpo. And we'll discuss that. We'll probably also visit with what Rich Paul just said and how that jives with what Sam's heard. And we'll obviously talk about our Kings and what we're looking for coming up, and if the Trae Young trade was the first domino. We'll get to all that right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Sactown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers lose the season finale on Saturday night at home to Seattle 13-3. With the win, Seattle wins the division. It gets the number 1 seed in the playoffs. As for San Francisco with the result, they fall to the number 6 seed in the playoffs. And because of that, the Niners now will have to travel to Philly for a first-round playoff game. You can catch that game this Sunday beginning at 1 o'clock right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Hey, welcome back. Joining us right now from The Athletic. Sounded weird. The one, the only. Sam Amick. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, my friends. How are we doing today?
Good. What's going on? Does that sound weird to you, Jason, too?
Yeah.
Is that a microphone thing? Are your AirPods connected via Bluetooth, Sam? Yet?
I didn't have AirPods in, but now I do. How's that?
Same. I mean, we can hear you. Just sounds like I can't see you yet. Jason, would I be accurate in saying Sam's voice sounds a little bathroomish right now?
A little bit.
A little bit. Your thoughts, Sam?
How can we fix this on live radio?
I don't know. Doesn't happen to Rich Eisen, but while Sam. By the way, speaking of, I said this to Kelly Brothers while we were on the vacation. Same game. Saw Sam Amick.
You did.
Saw him in the hallways, in the bowels. As a matter of fact, I just remembered this. I didn't just see Sam. We also got admonished together. Yes, we both got a very, very polite, very brief suggestion that we might be blocking the hallways with I had myself and my family there, and Sam was there, and Sam was talking to a mutual friend of ours, and we were sitting there just kind of trading niceties, and somebody politely suggested that we might not want to block this incredibly busy hallway that people were coming in and out of. You remember that, Sam? Or did we just lose Sam? Yeah, we lost. Did we lose him? We lost Sam. He's not there. And now he's back. But he can't hear me. Or he can hear me, but he can't respond. And now he's looking, and now he's gone. And now he's back. I'm just saying. Notice how we can't hear Sam.
Yeah, I don't hear him.
Oh, okay. But he would be talking at this point. And now we lost him. So that's good. So anyway, Sam Amick. Going to get a call on the phone from Chris.
Okay.
Also, by the way, I actually thought that was a good story I told.
Care to share the mutual friend, or?
I would. But it was one of those people where, like, I know that I don't remember their name. I don't remember their name.
Hey, how you doing?
100%. And we had about a 10-minute talk earlier in the game, in one of the rooms where, I don't, like when you know someone long enough, who's going to be pissed about this whole thing is YouTube guy that goes on to all our conversations with Sam. YouTube guy is going to be pissed because it's now 8:04 and he's going to have to go in on the YouTube and be like, all the garbage ends and they start talking basketball at 4:02 of the conversation. Hi, Sam.
Hey guys, sorry about that. It's failing us.
There we go.
Anyways, I was telling this story as I was vamping about how you and I got admonished very politely in the hallway for when we saw each other during the break. It is very exciting for everybody. How are you?
It was good. I told the story when you were on your extended vacation to our friend Mr. Ross about how I drew the ire of your lovely daughter by misidentifying the college that she was attending. I don't know if you appreciated that moment when you were there.
I think you correctly identified.
I didn't catch it, to be honest with you. I didn't even catch it. Oh, well, good.
I said, how's UCLA?
And she,
all of a sudden,
she said USC, and she goes, I hate UCLA.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what, I'm going to help you out since it's just the three of us talking. Since she wants to get all, mouthy. Next time you see her, Sam, say, hey, how's that UCLA banner doing on the wall of your bedroom at home? Still up.
Wow.
Yeah, still up. I haven't said anything.
Look at that.
I haven't said anything to her, but
she hates them.
Just hates them.
Snitching on your own kid.
Well, you know what? Who can you snitch on if not your own kid? All right, YouTube guy, 5:23 into the conversation. Sam, we're going to get to your article, a very interesting article involving Giannis Antetokounmpo here shortly. But we got a number of things to talk to you about. Trae Young, what the Kings are doing, all that. But am I correct that you have seen by now Rich Paul's conversation with Max Kellerman regarding De'Aaron Fox not wanting to leave and what led up to that? Assuming A, you've seen it, which is a big assumption. B, I'll ask you the same question Jason asked me. Did you hear anything that you take issue with that Rich said?
I had a pre-interview prep because I did not see it. I saw Rich the other night in Golden One Center, and I had flashbacks to that whole saga because, he's now trying to get Anthony Davis out of Dallas. So it was a similar playbook, different player. But give me the clip notes.
The gist was, hey, people think that he hired me to get him out of Sacramento. One of the big stipulations when he hired me was, I want to make this work in Sacramento. He did not want to trade. Eventually they got there. But in the beginning, De'Aaron Fox very much wanted to finish out at least his contract, if not his career in Sacramento. That was the main gist of what he said.
I mean, I don't really take issue with that because the developments that became the tipping points in his decision to leave, long after he hired Rich, which would indicate that he's telling the truth about where De'Aaron's head was at when they first partnered up. It's obviously the firing of Mike Brown. It's the handling of that situation and him getting kind of left out to dry a bit when it came to the media and the optics. And, we don't have to rehash the whole thing, but I mean, timeline-wise, that checks out.
Okay.
All right.
Yep,
well,
same.
You're not buying it?
No. Same. Just wanted to get another. I mean, you and I are going to take the same shots on Reddit, but just another. Just another, and not to rehash like you said, but I think when stuff like this comes up, my point was it's important because we want to avoid this again. That we want to not whitewash the whole thing and understand that there were things that led to De'Aaron wanting to move, and now. To be honest, Scott Perry has a lot of work cut out for him, and I think that's where you're going, Jason, with the deal that just happened.
Yeah, and that's where we'll to kind of piggyback off that, Sam, and Trae Young getting traded yesterday. Dave and I kind of went down the last couple years of trading where you can have, let's say, Utah 3 years ago trading Mitchell and Gobert and getting 9 players and pick swaps and all these draft picks. To yesterday, we get to Trae Young for 2 players, and that's fine, but it's just – whether it's the apron, whether it's the market, it looks like trading is becoming a very difficult process across the league. Would you agree? And if so, how do they – I don't know if they need to fix it, but what is maybe a way they can work around that?
Yeah. No, I mean, it is challenging. It's they've got a bunch of players. It's funny, and I shouldn't make light of it, but when Dave Now I'm echoing. You guys got me?
Yeah, Chris is we're having a YouTube audio issue we're working on. They can't hear us saying we're working on it, so apologies. Go ahead. We can hear you just fine, Sam.
Dave, you had said that the Kings are trying to avoid repeating the situation. The irony is that they're trying to do the opposite. They're trying to get a bunch of players out of town.
Yeah.
Man, it's just hard to talk through my own echo. They are not getting a ton of calls on the main guys. I fully expect, shouldn't say fully, but likely expect Keon Ellis to get moved at some point. He's a very popular player. But beyond that, the guys that they're trying to shop make so much money that it is challenging in today's climate to have somebody take up anywhere from $25 million to almost $50 million on your books.
Well, and we're working on your echo too, Sam. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Chris is working on it. And if it goes away, Sam, let me know. We were, as Jason said, it's changed so much with this apron and Trae Young. And, Jason was going through, he's reading what, for example, Danny Ainge got for Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, the draft capital, et cetera. And then on top of that, what Mikal Bridges fetched when he went to the Knicks. On top of this, now you look at what the Wizards have done, going from Bradley Beal to Chris Paul to Jordan Poole to now Trae Young, and picking up draft capital there too. Do you think this is something, I'm asking you to guess now, do you think this is something the NBA is going to take a look at and say, hey, you know what, this is having kind of a deleterious effect on the whole situation rather than creating excitement when it comes to player movement?
I can't get past you dropping the thesaurus on my head. Good God.
Oh, sorry.
Look at you.
Yeah, goofy effect, sorry.
No, I'm with you. I'm impressed. No, I think that, okay, sorry. It's brutal on my end. I think that it's Adam Silver's league where he wants parity, and, I think he's fine. He's happy with the product. I don't see this sparking any change. There we go. Good job, Chris. Thank you. But no, I don't see it sparking change. I think that, this is how they want it. Throw another one at me so I can get back on track here.
Yeah, well, I'll do this one about we're getting closer to the date about Jonathan Kuminga, let's say, and the Warriors, and he hasn't been playing, and the Kings have reportedly been interested. And so, Sam, is there anything we should be looking at with Kuminga and the Kings at this point?
Yeah, I think so. The interest is still there. They talked last week. They plan on circling back. The Warriors are in a tough spot. The Kuminga continues to rack up DNP CDs, and it's now kind of seeming like a mutual thing in terms of like Steve Kerr didn't want to use him, and now it feels a little bit like it's also Jonathan kind of saying, well, why am I going to play for a team that I'm not going to be on very much longer? But I will say, I don't know what percentage I would put on it, but never say never in terms of him not getting traded, just because I think if there's nothing of substance coming the Warriors' way in return, I wonder if Joe Lacob might be stubborn about it. But, I would certainly handicap that he gets moved somewhere because his presence has created some tension around the team, and I think it would be healthier for them to move on. And the Kings do appear to be the number one suitor, and I think that puts them in a position of strength. The development there is, and where I don't have any clarity, is that, it seems like it would have to be a 3-team deal because the Warriors are not interested in what the Kings have to offer. And I don't know what it looks like potentially from there. But, this was reported by our buddy Anthony Slater the other day at ESPN, and it's true, is like that first-round pick, that the protected pick that was on the table when they discussed this trade in the summertime, like that went bye-bye. Now, who knows? Maybe the Warriors could convince him to put it back in at the end, but it's a pretty hard stance right now that is off the table.
Sam, any parallels to the DNPs that he's getting as far as Kuminga and Golden State and kind of the attitude to Malik Monk? I mean, he's not playing right now for the Sacramento Kings. I'm sure he's not thrilled with that. I don't know where the organization stands with him, but he's been a guy that's been talked about before. Where do you think we are with Malik Monk?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think similar. That one, I think, is just coach's decision. But it's wild because, I mean, it's not as high profile as the Kuminga situation, but you talk about, damaging the value of your own player. I mean, that is what's happening with Malik too. It's just hard to reconcile the fact that it really wasn't that long ago that he was one of the most exciting players on an exciting Kings team. And it's not like he suddenly, had his 40th birthday. He's still a pretty young guy. So, I mean, that's another one where I don't know the level of interest, if any, in Malik or if he's going to be moving on. But that's not what you want, is to have talented players not being used on your roster.
Yeah, especially an 8-29 roster, too, as we talked to Sam Amick of The Athletic. Sam, I just want to recap, make sure we have everything straight. So, before we move to the Giannis thing, you expect Keon Ellis to be moved. There's conversations. He's a player that has interest around the league. When it comes to Kuminga, the Kings seem to be one of the, if not the top suitor, but you wouldn't be surprised if he was not moved by the trade deadline. That leaves us with an injured Sabonis, Zach LaVine, and, of course, DeMar DeRozan. You just mentioned Malik Monk. Are you hearing anything with any of those three guys around the league? Is there any market at all for any of those three guys on the Kings?
I mean, there's certainly a market for Sabonis. We reported the other day that Toronto has interest. I don't know, as of a week ago or so, they had not called the Kings. So it was kind of like one of those things where the interest was known, but no talks had actually happened. So the Raptors are kind of surveying the big man market, and Anthony Davis is on their list as well. I mean, I've reported in the past on Sabonis and ties to Phoenix and Chicago. I do not believe that those currently exist. I'm trying to think who else is in the Sabonis market. I don't think it's robust. I mean, it's not only his money, but it's kind of we've talked about it before, like what comes with having him on your team. He's, if you want to get the most out of his skill set, you have to dedicate a pretty significant amount of the pie to him. And it's not saying that's a bad thing, but it's just a stylistic shift that a lot of teams aren't interested in doing. So Sabonis's market would be there, second on the list behind Keon's. I mean, Keegan Murray still gets a ton of interest, although I do wonder with the way he's played, and obviously he's hurt, but with that contract, how that changes the calculus for some teams. But yeah, I mean, Keon is the one where this is my opinion, I don't really believe that there's a pathway to a new deal with him and the Kings, even though I know the Kings kind of signaled that is still a possibility. They could do a deal with him now. I just don't see why he would do that, especially given the way he's been used within the past few months.
You think? I know, Sam, when we've talked about trying to move on from some of those more expensive veterans for the Kings, they might have to add the draft assets. Is there any way, if they still want to do that Keon can kind of be that sweetener? I mean, if he's the one that's truly coveted,
sure.
Is that how they could possibly navigate moving one of the veterans, is with Keon?
Yep, absolutely. And I've floated that possibility their way in the past, and it was not totally shot down as a concept. So you're, I think, barking up the right tree, Jay, because it's, you don't want to touch what's the Spurs pick, 31?
Yeah.
You don't want to touch that. But if you got something new from a Keon deal, could that help the medicine go down a little bit as you try to get off one of the other big contracts and have to attach the new draft asset that you got? Maybe. Especially when, again, it's just, there's not a lot of 3-and-D wings that are actually available out there. So that's why Keon is something that is kind of popping right now. Like, people would love to have Herb Jones and players like that, but Keon is more gettable than some of the other names on the market.
It's interesting, just kind of going back to what we were talking about, Sam, earlier. You got a guy who basically averages 25 points and 10 assists for his career. That's in his prime, 27 years old, I think, who basically got cap relief as a return, no draft capital. We're talking about a guy in Levine who averages 25 points and whatever after that, is obviously a gifted player in his prime. Domantas Sabonis, 3-time defending rebounding champion, also in his prime. And these guys have little to zero markets, not because necessarily their stats. And I'm not saying they're as you said, they're not perfect statistically. It's not like they don't have holes. But that's kind of where I keep going back to, is how in the hell is it so difficult to we're not talking about trading some schmo. We're talking about trading these borderline all-stars. And, oh, by the way, Malik Monk, who, as you said, didn't just turn 40. And it just seems like it's getting harder and harder to trade, or is it just getting harder and harder to trade for the Kings?
No, I mean, they were borderline all-stars 3 to 4 years ago. They're not borderline all-stars. They're just not. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. And then you add in the price tag. I mean, that when the Kings got Zach LaVine, the Bulls, were of the mind that they were going to have to be the team that was kind of waiting out the clock on his contract and stuck with that money. Not to be too on the nose, but the Kings owner had other plans, and here they are. So that's where it's, I don't know. That's where they're stuck. I mean, especially, I'm a little surprised by the DeMar one. It's $25 million next year. He could help. He could help a team. He's obviously continuing to put up numbers. And to your question of, is it just hard for the Kings? I don't really have any doubts that, Scott Perry's, given his relationships and his experience, he's fully capable of, he has pathways that all 29 teams to figure out where there could be a deal point. Just not seeing it because of the respective place of where these guys are in their careers.
Yeah, and the other part of this, Sam, too, is I don't even know how we would quantify it. Nobody's trying to pretend that this Kings team is a great team. By any means, their record reflects that. But this has basically been a theme since camp, that they are going to be trying to move these guys. And I can't imagine the impact that has had. Again, I'm not trying to pretend this is a 9 or 8 seed, but this team's been pretty brutal. And even with some of the veterans at times playing well in stretches, I think it's got to be weighing on the squad on a day-to-day basis, don't you?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, you kind of just made me think of, very long time ago, I covered baseball and was right when the River Cats first got to town, did some River Cat stuff and even down in Stockton covered minor league baseball. So my point is, the nature of that athlete existence is like constant uncertainty and stress, because it's really only about your situation. If we're being honest, like, even though the River Cats have celebrated some of their success, like, those players are not getting up in the morning thinking team first. They're thinking, how do I get to the next place? And I've been around that on a daily basis. And it's not to say that it's always toxic, but it does just create a really challenging team environment to go out on the field or the court and accomplish something together, when that night you're going home to the people in your life saying, all right, are we any closer to the next chapter somewhere else? You know what I mean? Like, because at face value, I guess at the base of it, like, it's just like it's an indictment of what you're bringing to the table and how the company that employs you, sees that and values that or doesn't value that. So yeah, it's all kinds of tricky for sure. And I think we've seen the impact of that bear out on the court. It's just not a good team.
As we wrap up, I do want to invite everybody, whether you're an Athletic subscriber or not, you should be if you're not. Sam struck gold with Giannis Antetokounmpo last night. There are a number of quotes out of this, but one of them, when asked if he would ask for a trade, quote, "It's not in my nature," okay? And then he went on to say, my plan is to be here for the rest of my career. Sam, I don't want to give away too much other than that to, help plug your article. Happy to do it. I just got to ask you, when you're talking to somebody like Giannis and you're having a late night chat and you know that you're getting things and you can just see the aggregation and the notice that this, do you still get kind of butterflies? I'm just being honest, man. Like, you got to be sitting there listening to this come out of his mouth at some point and go, oh my God, this is freaking gold.
I enjoy it. I mean, especially this one. I've had a good relationship with Giannis for a while now, and the more enjoyable part, I mean, certainly you're happy when the person like really answers the stuff you're trying to get clarity on. But even, and I'll make it quick, but the lead up to the conversation is probably what I enjoyed even more, where there's not really a playbook for this job a lot of times. And so it's like, okay, the Bucks come through Sacramento. I don't want to surprise Giannis with this late night request to talk, because chances are he's not going to be feeling it. So let me slow play it and put a bug in his ear in Sacramento and say, hey, if I go down to San Francisco, you think we can talk? And even I told him at the time, like, you got a lot of noise around you. Like, it's fine if you don't want to chat. I get it. And then, being appreciative when he says, yeah, I got you, let's talk. And then honestly, when he follows through, he's very old school. Like, he had his family everywhere. Everybody was tugging at him. He was signing a jersey from this fan it was his Greek jersey. And, he's sitting out there for a while talking to people in his towel. So for him to talk after all that, and I mean, I should have included this detail because it was hilarious. I mean, the entire team bus was sitting there waiting, and the security guard was yelling at him, and he shouted out, GA, let's go, and he just like waved him off, and it was awkward for me, but I was like, all right, thanks, man, appreciate you,
Yeah.
But yeah, he got a few things off his chest. I mean, fans are going to say he qualified a few things because he keeps going back to this whole like today is today asterisk, you know what I mean? But this was definitely the most that he said to this point. Make sure you read that. Yep. The Athletic. Sam Amick doing a great job as always. Appreciate you, Sam. Thank you, and we'll talk to you a week from today. Thanks, Sam. All right. Thank you. Take care. That's Sam Amick. Thanasis ain't getting the bus to stay for him. That's real power, baby. Giannis Antetokounmpo. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's switch to football, shall we? 4-down territory. Who you got tonight and who you got for the MVP, amongst others? Remember, all of our interviews on the KHTK app and YouTube page. Go to YouTube, search Sactown Sports. We're right back after this.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Well, it's time for me to tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. He can be reached very easily by the phone, 916-304-9187. Check out his website, saclegaldefense.com. And look, if you're ever in a spot where you feel like you need representation, you want to know who to contact, want to know someone you can trust, want to know someone that's good at their job, well, he checks the boxes. So why don't you give him a call, whether you really need criminal defense. Maybe it's something you've been involved in a car accident. You could have a wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case, just not knowing where to go. Again, it's Gonzalez Law, Jonathan Gonzalez. Or you have something that you did a long time ago that's still on your record. It's just something from your past that you'd like kind of removed. Well, he can help with that. It's called an expungement. Has helped many, many people with that. And he could do the same for you. Again, Gonzalez Law, Jonathan Gonzalez, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th to the 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento.
At InShape, there's a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, walker, runner, sauna seeker, recoverer. If you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong. Start the year strong and join today at InShape.com.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
Guys, feeling low energy or low drive? It could be low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health, start with a free T-check and consultation. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off TRT. Book now at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
At Big O Tires, now through January 25th, get $80 to $120 instant savings on 4 select in-stock tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tire store for pricing and book an appointment online today.
Sacramento's Outwork playlist is Mix 96. Now with 4 opportunities each weekday to be our $1,000 Employee of the Day. Today's hits and yesterday's favorites, Mix 96.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
On Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, our thanks to Sam Amick for joining us. Also, Kelly Brothers a little bit earlier in the show. If you miss anything from the show, always go back to Sactown Sports. You can see all the great content we have there, but certainly our podcast, YouTube page. You can find all the interviews, listen to the show anytime, anywhere, kind of on demand, whenever you like.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, I do what I want.
Wake up at 2 a.m., go get a snack.
Yeah.
Hey, let's log on. And they're always updating that app, too.
Yeah.
There's always something new. Every single.
Check it out.
Check it out. First down, 4-down territory. Christopher Lott.
Who do you got tonight versus Ole Miss versus Miami?
Give me Ole Miss. Let's go. Ole Miss, Indiana. That's the matchup I want. Would love to see Indiana win the national championship. Would be fine with Ole Miss because I don't care about Ole Miss, but I think that'd be a fun story with Lane Kiffin gone. Oregon, that'd be fine. That'd be fine. As long as it's not Miami. That's all I care about.
Well.
They're favored for a reason. I think Vegas knows something.
Oh, boy.
I think
you're
going to be disappointed tonight. I think it ends for Ole Miss. I think Miami wins, but I will say this.
Okay.
I think the winner of tomorrow night's game is going to be your national champion.
Yeah.
I think that's the better team.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you whatsoever.
So either Indiana or Oregon.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Well, we'll see. Hey, you know what, Jason? That's why they play the games.
Yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to play.
They are going to play. They're not going to say, you know what?
Yeah.
Jason and Dave said this.
Yeah.
Let's call it off. Although that would be weird. What if they did?
Because you picked Ole Miss and I picked Miami. So
Yeah,
they got,
look
they
out. They
gotta
have to play now.
Yeah.
Second down, please.
Who you got for the NFL MVP?
I think it's probably a two-way race here. Let's take a look at the odds, shall we, Jason? I believe Matthew Stafford and Drake May are the two it's come down to. I'm actually curious as to who is third. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is. Yeah. Matthew Stafford's a slight favorite over Drake May. Trevor Lawrence actually third. If you put $100 down on Trevor Lawrence and he wins the MVP, you'll get $30,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I think you're losing your 100.
I think you probably are too. Look, here's how I think it will go. I think Matthew Stafford's going to win the MVP, and I could sit here and make a great case for Drake May, and if it was Drake May, great. I wouldn't say Stafford was robbed. We can argue their numbers all day long. Here's the issue. It's not so much with Drake May, who had an amazing season. It's more of just an issue with the Patriots. It's kind of starting to come out. When you look at the records all these teams have against teams that were 500 or better.
Yeah.
There's one thing that stands out. The Patriots are 1-2. That ain't great. I think in a lot of voters' minds, two things will be tiebreakers, and one's probably not fair. I think, number one, that'll be a tiebreaker. I think the second one is, and this is just human nature, I don't agree with it, they're going to say Drake May's going to have a lot more chances at MVP than Matt Stafford is from here on out. So, yeah, I would be very surprised if Stafford wasn't your MVP.
Yeah, some of the stats are better for Stafford, too, not the wins. But other than that, it's yards, touchdowns, percentages, I think, are better for Drake May. I'm with you. I think Stafford, I think he's got it. I think a lot of people have been talking about him for a while. Drake May's had a great year.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to go to Stafford.
Third down.
What would be your favorite Super Bowl matchup?
The 49ers, right?
Yeah, so a couple of things here. I'm taking the 49ers off the table.
No, I think you could.
Well, okay, my favorite matchup would be the 49ers versus, let me pick a team in the 49ers versus, I don't know, the Steelers, some crappy AFC team. They're not crappy, but you know what I mean. Like somebody that's not the Bills or, one of the top flight guys. Taking the Niners off the table because that's personal. I would like to see the Bills win it. I have no tie to the Bills other than 4 Super Bowls in a row, lovable losers. I always root for that team. But I think if you were asking me what's the Super Bowl that you would truly be able to say, I'm good either way, I think it'd probably be the Bills and the Bears.
Oh, okay.
I think the Bears are a fun story with Caleb Williams and the fact that the Bears are a tentpole franchise that has had hard times for a long time. Ben Johnson coming over there and in his first year and all this stuff. There's a number of matchups, but Bills-Bears to me would be truly one of those, hey, I hope it's a great game.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That Super Bowl. Well, I wouldn't call myself the Niner fan that you are.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I would know that a lot of people here would be very happy with the 49ers.
Yes.
That would be you said it, actually. I would pick Niners, Steelers.
Yeah.
And not that I have family members that like the Steelers. I think there would be a lot of history behind that in Santa Clara. Niners, that'd be awesome.
The problem with the Niners-Steelers matchup, somebody's going to have to ask Scott Perry who he's rooting for, and I don't think we're going to like the answer.
Ooh.
I don't think we're going to like the answer at all there.
He needs to be true to his team.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That is true. Third down was just there, so how about fourth down?
Do it.
What would be your least favorite Super Bowl matchup?
Oh, that's a good question. Screw the Rams. Stupid Eagles. Let's see. What do we got? Broncos and Seahawks. Is there anybody in the AFC I really... Oh, by the way, I wouldn't mind seeing the Jaguars win the Super Bowl here. That's another lovable loser. Like, how cool would that be? Chargers. I'd be fine with that. It's tough to find somebody in the... And my problem is it's tough for me to find somebody in the AFC I actively dislike. I just don't care about most of them. So I think I would probably say Texans would be great again. So I don't want to see the Rams. I would
want to see the Eagles, too.
I don't want to see the... I think I'm gonna kind of cheat, and I'm going to say this. Rams or Eagles versus anyone. It's going to be kind of like the Miami Hurricanes tonight.
Okay. So Rams-Eagles NFC Championship.
Yeah, it's just...
Gets you one of them in the Super Bowl, and then it doesn't even matter in the AFC.
No, because I'll tell you right now, if that happens, the Rams-Eagles, I do believe the champ's going to come out of the NFC. If the Rams and Eagles don't make it to the Super Bowl, we can have this conversation again, but... if you ask me right now, would I take the Rams or Eagles or the field? I've got to think about it for a long time. Well, apologies. Let me add a team in there. the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
I really don't want. I want the Rams the least.
You want the NFC to lose besides the Niners.
For the most part.
You're okay with the Bears.
Here's some acceptable NFC teams to win the championship this year. The Panthers. That would just be a fun story. The Bears. I wouldn't hate it if the Packers won. I wouldn't hate it.
The rest are no.
The rest, no.
I'm going to just take the markets, which is completely unfair because I think the story would be pretty cool. But right now, I was like, Jacksonville, Carolina doesn't sound appealing.
No.
But if they both did it, at some point I go, the Panthers beat the Rams?
Yeah.
The Panthers then won the next round. The Panthers won the NFC Championship?
Yeah.
Actually, the Panthers were in the Super Bowl the last time it was in Santa Clara.
Oh,
Cam Newton.
That's right.
The Broncos. But I think I would pick that one. That would be the least. Even though at that point I go, hey, somebody's getting their first Super Bowl.
That's the funny thing about the NFL is you're so right that Panthers, Jags, Panthers, Steelers, probably a totally different market and fan base, but it just seems like kind of a boring game. But once that game hits, it will be the most watched television program all year by far.
Right.
Doesn't matter who it is. It could be you and me versus the Jags. It could.
Yeah, it could be.
People would be like, stranger things have happened. We'd be like, no, there actually never has a stranger thing happened than this. All right, we will take a break. Also, want to say Adam Schefter reported yesterday, since we were talking a little football right here. Adam Schefter reported that John Harbaugh, is not taking any interviews right now. He's going to wait a little bit. I think this kind of goes to what you and I were talking about. I think he's waiting to see, are the Bills going to fire someone? Could the Eagles fire Sirianni?
Maybe he was waiting for the Dolphins opening, which is now open.
Which is now wide open. Also, he is, I think, the fourth favorite to be the Raiders' next head coach. Brian Flores is still the number one pick. We'll take a break. When we return, what's hot, what's not, and let's do a lottery today, shall we?
Okay.
Why not? We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistent scent, all over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah. Breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-511-4545. That's 800-511-4545.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody.
Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Is hot.
San Antonio Spurs. Last night they beat the Lakers 107-91. They're second in the Western Conference. They have a record of 26-11.
We traded Fox, dude. Get over it.
Yeah.
Jeez, go freaking host in San Antonio, guy. Who's not?
De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, get over it.
He
They
did a thing
traded-
with the.
In the Spurs' win last night, De'Aaron Fox had 14 points, but was 5 of 14 from the field, 0 of 6 from the three-point line, and 3 turnovers.
Yeah, I was looking at that score and watched a little bit of that game, and honestly, it's kind of scary when you think about the fact that Wemby's doing the 6th man of the year thing again off the bench, and they beat the Lakers, who'd won 3 in a row. And really, when I say they beat the Lakers, like they handled the Lakers, outscored them in every single quarter. And that's with former Kings, De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes, combining to go 7 of 19. And they still just – Dylan Harper had 20 off the bench. Keldon Johnson had excuse me, I'm looking at minutes. Keldon Johnson had 27 off the bench to go with 6 boards. Wembanyama went for 16 and 14 with 4 blocks. What really gets interesting with teams that do make waves in the playoffs is when you see them, and we've seen this over the years, their top guy's not hot that night, or one of their top guys isn't, or they've got guys out due to injury, and they somehow just still win. It's just that they expect to win every single night, and it's next man up. And they're, again, I've said it before, I think the Spurs to me are what the Bears were last year. I thought they were a year away. I was all over the Spurs this summer and this fall. You know that, but I will be the first to admit I didn't think they'd be this good at this point. A lot of season left.
Yeah.
But they're 26-11, and as of right now, they are just 4.5 back of the Thunder, who, by the way, they won last night.
Oh, they did, but
that's crazy.
In overtime,
hit a game-tying shot. They were about to lose to the Jazz.
Yeah. At home.
Yeah, they had a time. SGA had a shot as time expired to force OT. And then they won an OT, but that's 7-6 in their last 13.
And an OT home win over the Jazz that, like you said, they had to miracle into, basically. What in the HE double hockey 6 is going on with the Thunder? By the way, I was thinking about this too. Do you think is there a chance maybe that this stretch might change a little bit? How we've been sitting here saying, look, Oklahoma City Thunder doesn't have a shotgun. They've got a freaking Gatlin bazooka gun thing in their arms they can go out and get anybody.
Yes.
They can pretty much go out and get anybody in the league if they want to. They have that much draft capital and that much talent. But we've also said, why would you, they're 97-1. Why would you rock the boat?
Right.
I wonder if they're having conversations now saying, you know what? this isn't sustainable.
Yeah.
Like we need to add something.
Well, I think about that with them. I think about that with the Spurs you just brought up.
Yeah.
That the Spurs might feel like they're a little bit ahead of schedule, but you're on a schedule that when you have that kind of record, you could do something special this year. So they are in the same kind of position. There's a lot of players they can add.
I'm going to ask you this question a few times throughout the year. NBA playoffs start tomorrow. 7-game series. Oklahoma City versus San Antonio. OKC has home court advantage. Who are you taking in and how many games?
I'm still going to take the Thunder, even though I've seen the Spurs beat them 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that is a matchup problem, but Thunder in 6.
I think I'd take Thunder in 7, but I'm still with you. I'm still taking Thunder, and I can't really give you a logical answer, being that we've seen what happened head-to-head.
Right.
And I would say right now the Spurs look like a better team, but this also might come to the whole, we always talk about this. It's hard to defend a title, man.
It is, and they were thinking about what they were doing before. Like, this is a bad stretch, but we were talking about historically how great the start was, how dominant they were. They were beating everybody with ease. SGA wasn't even playing in the fourth quarter. They're in a rougher patch now, but like if their rough patch is 7-6, wow, what a problem.
I wish our rough patch was 7-6. Not a great night last night for the Kings and the you say tankathon people. We say losing with purpose. As let's see, the Hornets lost, the Wizards lost, the Pelicans lost, the Nets barely lost.
That was another game winner.
That was a crazy back and forth in overtime, yeah. The Clippers lost, the Jazz lost. Pretty much everyone who sucks lost. With the exception of the Blazers beating the Rockets 103-102. Blazers now 18-20.
Okay.
Just not saying they're going to win the title or anything.
They are not.
As it is right now, the Sacramento Kings are bottom 3, as we always do. At least once a day we go to Tankathon.
Oh, is it time?
It's time.
Can I see?
Why not? Simulating the lottery. Let's go and stop. Is this Groundhog Day? The exact same thing today happened yesterday. The Sacramento Kings drop 2 spots, and they take Kingston Fleming, 6'4", point guard, freshman, 19 and a half years old, out of Houston. All this talk about tanking obviously does not work.
Yeah. The Wizards get Trae Young and the number 1 pick.
The Pacers get Cam Boozer.
Okay.
The Pelicans effectively end up trading whatever they traded plus A.J. DeBonsa for Derek Queen. That's going to be, man, I can't wait for that. That is just going to be, that's gross. That's bad. And then Nate Ament, Tennessee, would go 6th. Very interesting to see if the Kings would actually do this. I wonder if they wouldn't draft Ament out of Tennessee. I think they might over Kingston Flemings, despite the fact you got Flemings, you got Mikael Brown Jr. at Louisville, who's also a point guard. Like we did yesterday, Jason, we just one more time. Cue the music back up just so we can feel a little bit better, please, as we simulate the lottery. Sacramento Kings, stop. Well, they're
a new pick,
but same spot. Oh. They fell 2 spots to 5th, and they take Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina. And I'm just going to do this until they get.
Wait, who moved up?
I don't know. I got angry. Yeah. Okay, here's one. The Kings didn't move, and they get AJ DeBonsa. We'll stop at 3rd. Ugh.
6 tries.
Hey, so do we get to keep on redoing the lottery?
Yeah.
In real life?
So we get the results we like.
Let me tell you something. I have requested the NBA allow me to attend this year's, not the lottery where I'm sitting at the table, but behind the scenes where they let the media take a look. And I'm gonna try to Nicolas Cage my way in there and do something. Not that I want to announce it publicly.
No.
I'm gonna steal the NBA lottery.
How great would that be if you just got in there and somehow found a way to rig the whole thing?
That would be great.
I would, if I was able to pull that off and not get caught.
Dallas Mavericks?
Then I would have to, for the rest of my life, anytime somebody brought up a conspiracy, I'd have to be like, well,
You would never do it.
What, the conspiracy thing?
No, if you knew that you can rig the draft lottery to where the Kings got the number 1 pick,
you're right.
You would never do it.
You're right. No.
if I do it, then they'll never win a championship
He's right.
because of karma.
He's right. He's
really?
right.
That's what would. Really?
I couldn't do it. It's cheating.
Every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
Okay, I got a question for you then. What if you find out someone like brought you into the back room of back rooms, and they're like, "Hey, just to let you know, every lottery has been rigged since the beginning."
Oh, well, then let's go. If it's already happening, let's go.
But I want to do the thought process again.
Okay.
You're
Oh my God.
initially.
Let me get on the couch here.
Yeah. Initially, the thought is, if I have the ability, I would rig this system, right?
Yes.
For the Kings' favor. Yes. But then somehow in your mind you go, well, if I was able to get them the number 1 pick, we'd get cursed because I cheated.
Mm-hmm. Cheaters never prosper.
Yeah. But it's weird that your initial thought is like, if I could get in there.
Better Angels took over, Jason.
Is that what happened?
I got to be moral. Because here's the other thing, dude. There's something that I occasionally think about. Not all the time, because why are you going to bring it up all the time? But I will tell you that I think about this a lot more than I probably should. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 2011, 2012, I was a guest on Dave Softy Mahler's show up in Seattle. He's kind of like our counterpart up there, Drive Time for KJR.
Gross.
He's a good guy. But we did not get along during that whole thing, right? But, we still came on each other's shows. And he'd hammer us, and I'd hammer.
Deserve your team because we're a better city.
Pretty much.
I was playing a recording.
He asked me during the interview, he said, would you be willing to, if I told you could keep the team in Sacramento, that David Stern would keep the team in Sacramento, but you would miss the playoffs for the next 20 years, would you take the deal? And I said, without hesitation, I would take that deal right now.
Almost happened.
Which means there is a part of me in my head. I mean, we made the playoffs.
Yeah. Once.
But are we, in fact, cursed till somewhere around 2032, 33? As penance. We are almost there. But that is our payment. That's the blood oath we took.
You took. You did. Do you feel responsible?
A little.
Yeah.
But then
what percentage?
I'm going to write down what percentage I actually feel responsible, that specifically. And I want you guys to guess to see if you go over or under.
A lot of writing there.
I just was writing. I did the percent sign.
Based on watching you do a lot of writing, 100.
Okay. I will say that that's high.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3%.
Whoa.
Wow. We are on the other end.
A bit of a delta there.
You think
71?
I'm 71%.
71%. You've got that much power.
Yeah.
No. Did Harry Potter have that much power when he threw the ring in the lake of fire? No. He was just a guy that did the thing. Did Luke Skywalker, when he blew up the Klingons in the Wrath of Khan, no, he didn't.
You're Luke Skywalker.
I'm saying I'm just a guy. I'm like the orphan kid who got, did the trip to Middle Earth, and I don't. You know what? I don't know. Did I screw us, or save us?
71% think you did.
We got to go to break. But let me ask you this: if we ran a poll on Cage to Cane in the Sacramento Bee, let's say the week after Martin Luther King Day, 2000 whatever, when Dana Falk did her announcement, said, "Guys, the NBA has offered this up. The Sacramento Kings will be barred from the playoffs for 20 years starting next season, but in exchange, teams stay in. You're getting a new arena and new ownership." What percentage of the fan base do you think takes that deal?
97.
I agree with you. I think it's a rather large percentage. So, of course, I got to take the freaking deal. And you know what? If that means I have to wear the blame for where we're at right now, I will bear that cross.
Not have to. You are. You
well,
do.
3/4 of me is.
So when you were talking about inept moves earlier, are they because of you?
I would say that I provided the keys and started the car for management and ownership to drive off that freeway. But my heart was in the right place.
Didn't lock it. Just easy access.
In the end, I am Sidney Carton and Charles Darnay and Tale of Two Cities, man. I'm sacrificing. Sure. I am doing what I think is a far, far better rest that we go to than we have ever known. That's what I'm saying. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, top of the hour, final hour of the program, Niners at Eagles, wild card weekend, another playoff matchup. We'll take a first look at that next.
This is the Drive, baby. Alan Stiles says farewell to the middays. Afternoons, here he comes. Beginning January 12th.
It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and now Alan Stiles. Kings, Niners, NFL. Alan's college baseball stats and Major League Baseball talk. Weekday afternoons 2 to 6 on your number one sports station in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go play.
Live February 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Experience iconic sounds and the smooth style of Chris Isaac. February 28th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And rock legends Jefferson Starship take the stage March 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Comedy, concerts, legendary performances. Find every show, every date, and plan your next big night out with the Sactown Sports Live events calendar. Play hard. Rock harder, only on Sactown Sports.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Caller.
He did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Hey, bless you.
Banshee got loose in there.
Jeez. Question about our new member of staff. I want to be careful here because we wasn't it yesterday we had somebody here that talked about that openly, right, on a show.
Well, Kayla was on.
Okay, good. Just always making sure, like I didn't dream it or something. We've gotten to know Kayla a little bit. Looking forward to getting to know her more, and you guys to getting to
Once
know
I looked
more.
past the.
That's where I'm going, so hold on. That's exactly where I'm going. So, big fan. Although I was really surprised when we were all in a meeting and she mentioned how long she's been in the business. And I was like, what? What? Like, she's been around, and that's great. And she has a ton of great knowledge, and looking forward to working with her and all that fun stuff. But her roots are Washington, and she's a big
DC?
No, Pacific Northwest.
Oh,
went to Washington State.
Gross.
Big Seattle person. How are you going to deal with that, Chris? Because according to you, and I could be paraphrasing, but I don't think I am, all people with Seattle ties or affinities are terrible people.
That's not what I said.
I feel like
I've
it's
never said that.
about what you said. What did you say?
He said he was paraphrasing.
I said I was paraphrasing.
I said everyone that lives and is from everyone that lives in Seattle is a terrible person.
So the fact that she doesn't currently live in Seattle, that
helps.
That makes it. But she's a big Seattle person.
Hey, who's one of my favorite people in the world?
Me?
No.
Oh, who?
Doug Christie.
He's
from Seattle.
But you don't talk about Doug like that when we're off air.
Oh, shut up.
Jason will vouch. I can't even say half the stuff you say about Doug off the air.
He says it to Doug.
He says it to Doug.
Yeah.
Who somehow is, it's only Doug's. I got to think he does Tai Chi or something to center himself.
He has threatened to throw coffee in my face.
Threatened. But how Chris is
He said he would, but he didn't want the people that help clean up here to have to clean up the coffee that he's
Okay.
I think all of us have said this phrase at some point to Chris. How have you made it to here and not just been?
I'm going to be honest. It's a talent. It has to be a talent for Chris to be able to walk that line. Yeah. Like I've wished. Look, I'm not proud of it. I've wished death on Chris before on our group chat. Yeah. Not for real, but
Oh man, and the power that you have with your mind.
71%.
I am sorry, Dave.
Well, I hope the two of you are able to get along.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with Kayla. Well, I mean, she's been away from there for a long time.
So you're saying that you think
the longer that you
Seattle
stay away from Seattle, I think the better person you become.
Okay. What if we did a remote from Seattle?
Meaning, like, would he go or?
I don't know. How would you feel about it?
I'd have to be here. I've got other jobs.
What if we arranged it with Jose and in the budget? Sorry, a budget. What if we arranged to go see A's Mariners and broadcast live in July? Fine month to be in.
Gross.
A fine month to be in Seattle. We said, Chris, Kyle's going to fill in mornings. He's offered to do that. He's a good guy. He's going to fill in. You're welcome to come on up and
3 days in Seattle.
You're saying no?
Oh, I already scheduled a vacation in July, so I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, we'll move to August, June, August.
August. Is it Jan?
Yune. Okay, so you're not going. Wow.
If they said like, hey, do you want to go to Seattle? Absolutely not. Okay, but just to let you know, it's completely abandoned. The only people there are the transits, like everyone that's not originally from Seattle that moved there for jobs and stuff. I would say absolutely.
Hold on, who's still there?
What is it? It's
transits.
What's the word I'm thinking of?
Is it transients? But aren't those like homeless people?
Because that was the first word I was going to say, but I didn't want. Okay. Transplants. Thank you, Kyle.
All right, Chris.
What's great is like
the Seattle Transits.
Dave and I had the same things and didn't want to say the same words, and we were both right about it. But came up with separate words.
How about this, Chris? Oasis is making a one-time return only to Seattle with all the Seattle regulars,
all of them
that are living there,
all of them
at I don't even know what the name of the stadium is, but whatever.
Key Arena, Climate Pledge Arena. Yeah, they're at Climate Pledge Arena. You got to go there, and in your row is Dave Softy Mahler, Chris Hansen, and
wait, which Chris Hansen? Is he coming after?
Not the one that's coming after you, and or whomever, and who would be a good one? And the head of the Seattle Chamber of Commerce, whose entire job is to let other people know they're terrible if they don't live in Seattle, which is better than every other city.
I'd go.
I don't think there's a lot he wouldn't do for an Oasis. I think everything's off the table when it comes to Oasis.
All of a sudden he loves Seattle.
Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden, those morals aside.
I would be screaming and singing every song and get them to walk away from me.
Well, they said don't walk away. Say you're going to stay. Come on. All right. Well, hopefully Kayla is welcomed, since he is technically management.
Good point.
Gross. Niners and Eagles wild card weekend. Kyle Shanahan.
And hopefully our boss isn't listening, but if he is, I am just joking around. I do not have those feelings about Seattle. It is a radio bit.
Oh, our big boss. He's talking about because our big boss is from Seattle, who's, by the way, listening right now, watching on the TV, unless he's on a Zoom call. Hey, Jim, how are you? I just would like to stress that is 100% not a bit. And as a matter of fact, I wasn't going to say this, but you were there when it was announced that we were getting a new market manager, and Val, who we loved, left. You and I have had great conversations with Jim. Really love what he's doing, including these moves coming up in middays. But when Chris was also excited with us, and then they said he's coming from the Seattle market, and Chris literally played, gross.
Because it's a bit, guys.
And you know what? Which is fine. But then he goes, "I ain't taking orders from no Seattleite."
Yeah.
From a transit.
Word for word.
It says here I have audio from the press conference for Kyle Shanahan yesterday. Is that in a World of Sports, Chris? Because I'm not finding it in the other one.
I have not been able to find that audio.
All right. Well, he had a press conference yesterday, and he was saying things like, "Hey, and don't do wow."
I said, "Hey."
Yeah, what's going on? And, all that fun stuff. They're playing the Eagles. I hate this matchup. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, you know what, dude? I'm not.
Why?
It's kind of like the same thing with the Seattle loss.
Yeah, but it was that close to beating Seattle to be one seed in a bye and like real Super Bowl thoughts. Now I feel like everybody thinks they can't win.
Was it that close? See,
well,
I felt like
they were in the last game. I mean, they were in a spot where that doesn't even happen if Seattle doesn't have that miracle comeback against the Rams.
That's true.
So it did happen.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden, if the Niners can win at home, Week 18, they're the one seed. And now I don't think, and I'm probably in the list of people, I don't know that they're going to win this. I don't think they are.
I don't either. I think that's why I'm not that nervous, because I don't look, dude.
But from one seed to, that might have been phony. Maybe they lose next week if they had the bye. But
yeah,
man,
if I'm just being perfectly honest, I'm super proud of what the Niners have done this year. I think Kyle Shanahan's done the best coaching job he's ever done. I think they have overachieved, perhaps more than any other team in the NFL, considering their injuries. I haven't really had much faith in them, though. I'm actually surprised. I'm shocked that the 49ers went 12-5.
So with that as the backdrop, do you think you'll have that feeling every week? So if they surprise the Eagles, then it's like, okay, they got through, and now it's going to depend on who won and who lost, but let's just give them the it could be Seattle again.
I have no confidence they would beat Seattle.
Okay, and then somehow, some way, they got through that. Now here they are in the NFC Championship game, and they have to go to the Rams.
The Rams,
or the Bears,
the Bears, the Packers. I'd be like, and
because
also
now they would have beaten the Eagles.
They would have beaten the Eagles, and now it's like they always seem to have these funky games with the Rams. They just outlasted the Bears, although they'd be on the road. Who Panthers, whoever else it would be. yeah, I think I don't. Seattle and Philadelphia are probably the two teams in the end. I honestly would almost rather them play the Rams than either the Eagles or Seattle. And the only logic I have there is that Kyle tends to have his way, last time notwithstanding, with Sean. I feel like you throw the records out when those two teams play, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The Seahawks have the best defense in the NFL. They have the best defense in the playoffs. There are 14 teams in the playoffs. The 49ers not only have the worst defense in the playoffs, let's just put it this way. The Steelers have the 8th best defense in the playoffs. They had the 9th best defense in the NFL. The 49ers had the 28th best defense in the NFL. And they're dead last when it comes to the playoffs. And there is a reason people say defense wins championship. Kyle Shanahan has faced Vic Fangio 4 times. Kyle Shanahan's offense in those games, 11 points, 6 points, 15 points, 9 points. You play any given Sunday or Saturday or Monday or whatever. I get it, and I would love nothing more than to eat crow. But on paper, I have a really hard time seeing the Niners going into Philly and winning.
Yeah.
I just do, which is why I'm not nervous, because it's house money at this point. I'm a Niner fan that's looking at them as playing with house money right now.
A 12-win season. A 12-win season feels like house money.
I know.
Even with all the injuries.
Because I think they've overachieved so much. It will feel like a cursed year because I do think but I do think if they had Fred Warner, and I do think if they had Nick Bosa, and I do think if they had Mikael Williams, and I do think if they had Brandon Ayuk and that receiver core relatively healthy, even take one of those guys out. But I think we'd be talking about the 49ers playing for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think the way I've thought about them going into the year is like, look, they've got special players in Trent Williams, in Warner, in Bosa that have all been hurt, but like Kittle, McCaffrey, Purdy, I would put in that group. Like these are some of the better players in the NFL at their position, but you're going to go through another year of those guys either getting hurt or getting older.
Yeah.
And not that they can't get better next year. It's just, man, where will the improvements come?
That's where John Lynch gets paid.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan spoke about Vic Fangio, and here's what he had to say about him.
What's the biggest challenge going against the Vic Fangio defense?
I mean, Vic schematically he's always been the best to me, as good as anyone there is. Has a very sound scheme that he doesn't need to change up very much. It just naturally changes with how he does his coverages, how he does his fronts, the personnel groupings he does. He's very good at getting a beat on what you're trying to do and making you adjust.
How close did you get to really hiring him to be your defensive coordinator a few years ago?
You'd have to ask him. I mean, I've tried all the times that it's been an opportunity. He's always been with someone else when that's happened. I mean, I tried real hard in 17 when we first came here, and I tried like 2 other times on separate occasions. So Vic's a guy that I've always respected, gone against a number of times before I became a head coach. So that's why I respected him so much, and through the process, been able to become friends with him.
It's not just facing Vic Fangio and, of course, Jalen Hurts and the tush push and Saquon Barkley and all that. It's also it's going to be chilly, and those fans are going to be loud in Philly. Kyle talked about that. I promise.
It always starts with crowd noise. I mean, anytime you can talk about the fans and all that stuff, which is, to me, that's more fun. I don't think that really affects the guys with helmets on who are out in between the lights. It might affect family members and things like that if they choose to go in the stands. But that's really irrelevant in the game. It has to do with how loud that crowd is. They're going to be going. You got to give them a reason to be quiet. And if not, it's extremely challenging place to play. You're not going to be able to hear it. We got to expect that.
Speaking of not being able to hear, I hope you were able to hear that. That was a little echoey.
He was next to the electrical grid that's next to the stadium.
Apparently. In other news this weekend, by the way, the Bears and Packers, that is a massive old school rivalry. The Bears will host the Packers 5 p.m. Remember, that's Prime Video.
Yeah. And that one, by the way, wouldn't be the biggest stretch for the Packers to win, would it?
They're favored by 1.5.
The Packers
Weirdly enough, the lower seed Packers are favored by 1.5. Now, I don't know what the status is on Jordan Love, but I got to think that's with him playing.
Okay, so as a Niner fan, I'm asking you this as a Niner fan.
Yeah.
Don't you root for that?
The Packers to
and
win?
And the reason why I'm saying that is because the NFL reseeds.
Yeah,
and they're the 7. So then Packers go to Seattle. If the Niners somehow won, then they're taking Panthers or Rams. And I think that's a better path.
I agree.
It's not great.
On paper, it's better.
Yeah.
Let me ask
you. Do you know how many times they've faced each other in the playoffs in their entire existence?
Well, let me ask you this because I think we're on the same page. Do you know the last time the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs? I mean, it would. Let me put it this way. It was so long ago that the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs that it probably didn't make even the front page of a newspaper in either Wisconsin or Illinois because that front page was dominated with what happened earlier in the week when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. That's how long it's been.
That was Germany.
Did he's channeling Animal House and I didn't have a comeback, damn it. Did we give up when the Germans bombed?
He's on a roll.
He's on a roll. The last time the Bears beat the Packers in the playoffs was the week after Pearl Harbor was bombed. So that's a while. That's at least like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
COVID kind of throws things off.
Yeah, it does a little
You're
bit.
like you celebrated your 10th anniversary at the station, Jason?
Do the math. Yeah, that checks out.
When you look at the playoffs as well, especially with John Harbaugh not in there, I thought this is interesting. In the AFC, going from Jim Harbaugh, who is the oldest at 62, to Liam Cohen, who is the youngest at 40, the playoff coaches' ages are as followed. 62 and 62, that's Sean Payton. Mike Tomlin at 53, McDermott at 51, Vrabel at 50, DeMeco Ryans at 41. The NFC's oldest coach is Matt LaFleur at 46, tied with Kyle Shanahan at 46. Nick Sirianni's 44. Dave Canales is 42. Sean McVay at Ben Johnson. Sean McVay is still 39.
Wow.
Was he like 8?
Yeah.
And then Mike McDonald at 38 years old. So the NFC, the oldest coach in the NFC, Matt LaFleur, is like the third youngest coach in the AFC. That's youth, man. The Chargers, by the way, Jason Rose. Yeah. The Chargers play at the Patriots this weekend. Justin Herbert and his Chargers are 3.5-point underdogs.
Okay.
Justin Herbert has been an underdog of 3.5 or higher 15 times in his career. In those games, he has gone 13-2 against the spread. And since Jim Harbaugh took over, he is undefeated, 3-0 against the spread when that happens.
Who knew?
Well, I would probably like the person who put this together.
Oh, I thought you did.
I think they probably, it wasn't me. So there's a lot going on this weekend. Can Carolina beat the Rams again?
I'm going to say no. I mean, obviously, can they? Yes.
How stupid is it the Rams are at the Panthers? That's so stupid. You know what?
Hey, they won the division. They earned it. They won it by losing and having Atlanta beat the Saints.
I will say something I don't want to say out loud, but my ethics far outweigh my personal hatreds.
Goes with the ethics again.
I'm rooting for the Rams this weekend.
Why?
Because screw the Panthers.
No.
And screw divisions.
Make the path better for the Niners.
I admit it. I ain't helping myself as a Niner fan, and I would never root for the Rams until now.
Wait a minute.
Screw the Panthers. I don't want to see them do some garbage win.
Packers beat the Bears.
Yeah.
Niners surprised the Eagles. Panthers win. Niners are going to the Panthers. They can beat them.
You make a great point, though.
Thank you.
You do.
He's already thrown the Niners game away against the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
That is true.
You're not nervous.
So that makes sense of why he wants LA to win.
Because why, Chris?
Because.
You know, when Chris plays that, he's the one playing it.
Who, Chris does? No, it just fires
So
randomly.
when Chris plays
It's like the. It's
kind of Chris saying, I love LA.
AI.
It's like the Kings Rewind. Like, yes, sure, I pick the buttons, but it's the machine that makes all of the
It's not
decisions.
saying Dave loves LA.
Oh, that could be changed.
Dave loves it. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's not
Okay, I think we got a new one.
Okay, fun ideas. Packers-Bears, third matchup of the season. Look, if Jordan Love plays, the Packers have a chance. I think it's a coin flip. If Jordan Love doesn't play, then forget about it.
On your trusty computer there, what's our game temps at these locations?
Okay, I have a question about this. I've always wondered. Are these game temps what they think it's going to be at the game, or is it what is the temperature right now?
I think it's what it's going to be at the game.
All right, well, let's look at this. So Carolina, it's according to AccuWeather, it says 70 degrees. Let me just look at my weather app here.
I'll look to the next game. What's the next game?
Next game is Bears hosting the Packers. All right, because that would, obviously that would make sense, but. Well, I mean, it's 61 right now. Okay, so that's what they think it's going to be at 1:30 on Saturday. All right, so it's game time. I'm assuming. What does yours say for Chicago?
What game time?
Game time's at 5 p.m.
35 degrees with a 30% chance.
That's about what it says.
Rain or snow, depending on.
34 degrees is what it says.
Okay.
So,
all right, so we'll go with that.
Game temp 70 degrees in Carolina.
Wow, that's lovely.
34 degrees in Chicago.
Okay.
Also, by the way, with that, they need to put wind in there.
Yeah.
60 in Jacksonville.
Duval.
That's nice. 45 degrees in Philly. Actually, that's
acceptable.
That's fine. 42 in Foxborough. These are mild conditions. And then, Monday Night Football, the Steelers, who have not lost a home Monday Night Football game since George Bush was president. The second one. The guy said, watch this drive. 36 degrees.
Ooh.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. But there's a little moony out there, so I don't think there's going to be any rain or sleet or flurries.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't hate anybody for anything.
Go attend it.
Well, you know what? And I'm fine with that. And I hope it stays like that because I will once again say, call me an impurist. I don't like when weather decides playoff games. It's up to me. Every playoff game is played in a dome.
I want them all in the snow.
All of them in the
mounds of snow.
All of them in Green Bay or Buffalo, where they get the volunteers to come. These billion-dollar football franchises get volunteers to come out and shovel the snow. And you know what I say? Hey, they never have trouble finding people to do it. Why not? We'll take a break. When we come back, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And then we'll get to Crosstalk with Alan Stiles and celebrity birthdays. All coming up next.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
International Sportsman's Expo, January 15th to the 18th at Cal Expo in Sacramento.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome to the Bar None Auction. Bar None Auction is selling thousands of items this Saturday, January 10th in Sacramento. Large farming and construction equipment, cars, trucks, and industrial supplies all sold to the highest bidder. Always open to the public. Visit barnoneauction.com.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. Tahoe skiers, get ready for a bluebird day with sunny skies and fresh snow on the slopes. Temperatures will reach the upper 20s with light winds. Evening temps will dip into the low teens with clear skies. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
How you doing?
Great.
Good. Coming up in 15, give or take, we got a
crosstalk.
Crosstalk.
Okay. Celebrity birthdays
with
Alan Styles. Well, who knows? He's never on time anymore. This last week on this day part for Alan.
Yeah, it's been man. Am I allowed to?
I'll say this.
Am I allowed to?
Yesterday was outrageous.
Yeah, it was outrageous. It was. By the way, can something be enrageous?
It was truly, truly outrageous.
Chris, without revealing, am I free to now promote as much as I want and be specific without revealing what I'm promoting?
I don't know what that means.
Meaning, like, you know how, like,
you want to be specific without telling anything?
I want to be specific in what I'm promoting without the big reveal of what it is. In other words,
I will say this.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Wait till the time that we all decided
So
on.
coming up in Crosstalk, something that may or may not be a big deal and may or may not be an announcement and may or may not involve anything. What I was referring to, like, remember when you were in junior high, high school, and they had the sex ed thing, and it was like, what they call it, everything but?
I went to a Christian school.
Oh, that's a great point. So anyways.
Everything but?
Was that just my school?
I'm still waiting for that talk.
Are you? B-U-T, by the way. 1T. All right, so coming up in about 15 minutes, something. And it'll be funny. You're not going to want to miss it. From the 916, just asking, where did the term eat crow come from? And how do you prepare a crow? Do you smoke it? Do you roast it? Honestly, this is kind of in the wheelhouse.
Air fryer?
Exactly. Is crow? I gotta think crow was something that's been like back in medieval times. Somebody had like a glass of mead and crow, and they're just eating little. Like when I went to medieval times in that L.A. area years and years ago.
You love LA.
I liked. You know what? I liked. That was a fun one-time experience. We paid the extra money to.
Would you go back?
You know what? I would.
Did you joust?
Here's why. No, they had the jousters, but it's a scam. You pay the $20 or whatever, and each section gets like a princess picked that the jousters joust for. If you pay an extra like 20 or whatever it was, you can have your kid. So Avery was picked as she got a little princess crown and all that. So yeah, we went for that. But they serve you like potatoes and something, and then on this metal plate like a little roast chicken. And you're supposed to eat it with your hands, and you eat your big chicken leg, and you're watching the joust. Have you ever been?
No, I've not. Period piece. Back to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not into it. Also, I think they sold mead, but from what I understand, isn't mead like a honey beer? Doesn't sound great.
Mead was.
You know
the mead.
You know one mead.
Huh.
You remember mead? MEAD.
I don't.
That was that was the company that did all of our notebooks in school.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the line paper and all that. That was
3-ring binder, not binders. But
could be. Yeah, the ringed notebooks and all that. Jonathan Mead founded Mead back in 1787. Yeah,
thought it was Joe Nathan Mead.
Ole Miss Miami tonight, 4:30. Ole Miss Miami. I haven't been there in a while. Ole Miss versus Miami tonight at 4:30 is the big thing that's on tap tonight, Jason Ross. Light schedule in the National Basketball Association, just 4 games. Pacers at Hornets.
Hey,
Go Pacers.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle's still at 999 wins.
Let's go, Indy. Get him his 1,000.
And stop that 13-game losing streak.
Do you think maybe they want to wait till they're at home to get the ovation?
No.
Heat at Bulls. That's 20-17 versus 17-20, Jason. Something's got to give.
That's Bulls Heat.
Bulls. Yes, it is. Well done. Cavs at Timberwolves. It's the battle of
finals preview.
Mitchell and Edwards. And the Jazz, on the second night of a back-to-back, they come back home to host the Mavs.
Mavs Jazz.
The Mavs favored by 6.5 in this one. So,
well, I think I'll be spending some time on that college football game. Probably check out some NBA.
Yeah, that's going to be one of them college football, and then at halftime in the commercial might flip around.
You're going to be watching some history documentary, and the other TV will be Naked and Afraid.
Well, if my wife has something to say,
and your
about
daughter, right? Aren't they watching that together?
Set the screen. What are they watching now? What the hell are they watching? Oh no, they've switched now. They're watching. Christ.
Oh, documentary?
No, it's it's some cooking thing. It's some cooking. They're in.
And you're not watching
they
that?
love the. I don't. You know, I gotta be honest. I don't hate them. My wife and daughter, but also I don't. I don't really. There's just too many cooking contests. Chopped, right? Like they love Chopped.
Yeah,
love Chopped. Screw Chopped, and I'll tell you why, dude. I'm gonna give you a steak, a gummy worm, a hard-boiled egg, and some arugula, and I need you to make a 5-star dish. That's not teaching me any. I'm never going to be in that position. I don't have to use this. Okay? Guys' grocery games, that's what they're watching. They have a whole grocery store set up, and you run down the aisle. You know, Dave, I get it. You can, I get it.
And then what do they do? Pick out items? And
yeah,
cook
so
them,
it'll say like you have X amount of dollars, and but you can't use aisle 3 and aisle 5, and we need you to make spaghetti and meatballs. Now aisle 5 is meat. Oh. So they got to like figure out some sort of way to make a meatball, and there's always a curveball thrown in. And no, give me Barefoot Contessa, give me Brunch with Bobby, give me Jada at Home. Give me the Pioneer Woman. Sorry for it, but back before, Paula Deen was always a favorite because I love shows that I can. Rachel Ray, 30-minute meals. I can learn from that. I can watch it and say, "Oh, I'm going to do that."
Right.
I'll. That's a great trick.
And do it in your own way.
And do it. Yes. Yeah. But a lot of times it'll be like, here's a really good way to separate eggs from the whites. Oh, is that how you do? Oh, you do the little squeezy thing? Oh, well, that's cool. Here's a really good way to funnel olive oil into your olive oil bottle without spilling. Oh, well, that's neat. Always make sure to, here's how you know when the steak is done on one side if you're trying to create a crust. Just until it lifts on its own. Don't turn it. Put your deviled egg mixture into a little Ziploc bag and cut a corner off, and you get your own piping bag. Yeah, stuff like that. That's good. I don't need to know how to make
stuff.
Right. Oh, I'm going to make Chateaubriand with peach rings. Need to know that.
Too much.
So yeah, they'll be doing all that crap too. They'll be doing all that crap too. And then, but besides, they're off. It's just going to be, I think, me and the kid, the eldest. We're going to make something. Today's topic.
What has she been doing during the day?
You know what she was doing during the day yesterday? I don't know. Because when I came home, I knew she was home, but she oftentimes will still be sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I took a nap, and then I had to go run some errands. Anyways, here's the gist of it. At 5:10 p.m., I opened her bedroom door to find her still in bed, drawing on her iPad. She had not left the room.
Wow.
At 5:10 p.m., she had not left her room. So.
Hey, you have her home.
Well, it's like
kind of.
I had stuff I needed. She had chores.
Oh.
And so it's like, well, you got to do this stuff. But Dad, it's nighttime.
Dad, I don't have to do this at USA.
Do this. She had to reorganize the pots and pans drawer.
Reorganize
She's
them?
very good at that. Because doesn't everybody? Is this just our house? You have the pots and pans drawers. Like, here's the pots. Here's the pans. Here's the lids. Here's this. But like, after a while, people are emptying the dishwasher every 4 months. It's just a pile of things. And you're making this giant racket trying to find the little soup pan or where's the lid for this. So she had to reorganize that. She had to pick up a dog turd in the living room. Because apparently our dogs do not give a
Your house must smell great.
Dude, you know what? It does only because we have all kinds of smell good things, and we probably clean our carpet every weekend. Because Nacho's so old now. Like, this was last night, did my workout, took a shower, was getting ready to go up to bed. It's just I'm in my shorts, my shirt, my socks. What happened right outside my door? Squoosh. Oh, Nacho peed. I look down, the bottom of my white socks got a yellow stain on it, which Nacho, by the way, needs to drink more water. So it'll be myself and the child, the firstborn, tonight. Anyways, the challenge for tonight will be I'm going to try to master boneless, skinless chicken breasts in the Instapot without them being stringy or pulled. I just want them nice and slicey.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Okay. We'll take a break. When we come back, something really awesome that I don't know how to promote. So let me just say this. I have a contract with the listeners over the years. You do too. We don't ever lie. You're going to want to stay tuned for the next segment. That is all I will say.
Something might happen here. If it does, so what?
Be right back after this.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options. Heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. The 49ers lose the season finale on Saturday night at home to Seattle 13-3. With the win, Seattle wins the division. It gets the #1 seed in the playoffs. As for San Francisco with the result, they fall to the #6 seed in the playoffs. And because of that, the Niners now will have to travel to Philly for a first-round playoff game. You can catch that game this Sunday beginning at 1 o'clock right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The new year is a great time for reflection, to appreciate all the good things in your life, and to prepare your resolutions, or bucket list as I like to call it. 2026 would be the perfect time to introduce someone new to the game of golf. Let them in on the fun. Or if you never played, it's a wonderful time to start. Maybe go to a driving range. Maybe take an introductory lesson. If you're an established golfer, maybe you want to get fitted for a new set of golf clubs. Maybe you want to take some refresher lessons to sharpen up your game. Consider a golf getaway, either with your significant other or a group of buddies. It's a great way to play new golf courses, eat some tasty new foods, and certainly laugh a lot with your friends. If you normally use a golf cart, consider walking with a push cart, or maybe even lightening your bag and carrying your golf clubs. Go back and play where you played your first round of golf, or your all-time favorite round. Remember why you play the game and how much it means to you. Leave the course in better condition than you found it. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah! What's up, Alan? You're on time.
I am on time.
Yeah.
Why would I be on time?
Because you've got senioritis.
You're late when you're on time. You're on time when you're early.
Oh, okay.
Drumline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What does that even mean?
You know what it means.
How you doing?
You know, I'm starting to feel it now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Doing the rundown. Well, Dave asked me a question.
I asked him. Yeah, I'm going to stand in front of Alan.
Yeah.
Chris was very mean.
Tell us
to
a
you.
long story, Alan.
That's what I won't miss.
You won't miss that at
I
all.
won't. I really won't.
Well, you know, there is a term, I think it's from a song, it's Jesus Take the Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Alan, you know what I'm going to do here because I'm just so utterly confused. You're going to be Jesus for us.
Oh.
Take the wheel.
Okay.
I want to see how you do this.
Dave, just do it.
Well,
okay. Now Chris doesn't like that.
Chris just doesn't want me to talk.
We went over this whole thing, and then everyone just decided to do their whole. Yes.
Did we?
Yes.
Did we go over this whole
Yes.
thing? This
Yes.
thing has been bungled from the start, so let's just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yesterday, or excuse me, earlier in this week,
Yes.
we announced that you were leaving.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not the station. I'm about to. Alan is moving to afternoons, and he's going to do the show with Whitey Gleason.
Yes.
Yesterday, we announced that Kayla will be in middays.
Very cool.
There's another part of that that we are finally able to announce, and that is the return of Matt George.
Yeah!
How about that? How about that?
Honestly, that's the perfect way. Everything, the way this happened is the perfect way.
Welcome back to Kate. Nothing has changed. How are you?
The blood pressure is right back up to where
right at the neck. Welcome back, buddy.
It's great to be here, man. So many great memories in this building, at this station, coming back in the role now to host Middays with Kayla. The only thing I'm scared about is literally this segment right here every single day.
Yeah, Alan loves it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he's going to miss it.
I'll miss parts.
Which parts?
This is about Matt.
It's about Matt. So I guess the first question, since we're in, this is a weird moment, by the way, for some of us too.
Very weird.
Because you're Matt.
Yeah.
To us.
Yeah.
Well, Matt.
Yeah.
And you've grown. You got a kid.
Uh-huh.
You got family. You've made a great TV career.
This kid is 20.
Sometimes it feels like it.
And now you're coming back. I would say coming back home.
Yes.
In a sense.
I would consider it home. Yeah.
And you're doing middays with Kayla, and we are huge fans of her in the limited time we've gotten to know her, and super excited for that. We know you way too well.
Yep.
So what made the decision, Matt? Why are you coming back?
Wow.
I know. Good question.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've always had a heart and a love for this business and this station and being able to talk sports and do it with friends, and I always considered this place the safe spot to do that. And full circle moment, just came all the way back. An opportunity presented itself, and I've still been listening every day. As you guys know, I text you all the time, and you ignore my texts. So
that's true.
Being able to come back and host a show with Kayla, the real talent of the show, which is exciting.
That's
so
good.
she'll definitely carry the programming, and I'll just toss to her every time.
Good self-deprecation. That is always welcome.
But yeah, it feels full circle. It's an awesome opportunity for me, great opportunity for my family, and I'm looking forward to spending hopefully a long time here, where my career started.
Jason, your thoughts on this whole thing?
I feel that I'm just taken right back to our meeting at Lebu on Madison when Matt wanted to get into the business all those years ago.
You had hair there. Sorry.
Jesus.
There we go.
Okay.
Wow, right?
Enjoy your show, Matt.
You were against this thing from the beginning, and now I get it.
I'm done.
Let's see the tattoo. Just so you know, is that a sleeve?
I know you like Harry Potter.
It is a full arm sleeve. It goes all the way up to the shoulder.
Look at all that you did to yourself.
It's great, isn't it?
It is one of the tattoos of all time.
Every crosstalk segment we'll visit a different spot. We'll talk about
It's
a
on the
different
other
spot.
side.
By the way, for those of you who aren't watching on video, Matt has the map of Middle Earth.
Yep.
On his arm.
What?
Map of Middle. It's from Star Wars.
Nope.
The Search for Spock. The map of Middle Earth. Here's my question: when you get all old and rankly, and you get like one of them old man hairy arms, is that still you gonna have to touch that up?
It's gonna be a blob.
Yeah.
But it's not a blob now, so I'll enjoy it now.
How you gonna explain that to the kid when he's you can be a?
He's got one too.
Does he? Does our,
Look, if you want to be my son, there's certain things that are obligations. Liking Lord of the Rings and putting it on your body somewhere is one of those obligations.
If you want to be Matt's son, 1-800-920-1140. We'll take the third caller. So this midday show with Kayla, obviously it's going to be. You've also been ensconced in the world of Sacramento Kings, and you're coming at the perfect time.
Yes.
For us to do a lot of Kings things.
Yeah.
But I imagine that's just it's not going to change. It's just you're kind of transferring over the work you've been doing as far as TV and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you'll still get the same obnoxious Sacramento Kings talk from me in a 4-hour format with Kyle and Kayla to bounce ideas off of, and then I'm very excited to expand beyond that. Right in television sports. They give you 90 seconds. You got 1:30. Tell the X's and O's kind of surface level of everything that's going on with the Niners or Raiders or whatever. And this gives me the opportunity again to kind of dive deeper into it. And that's where Kayla's such an expert with the NFL, coming from the Tennessee Titans sideline. So I'm looking forward to learning from her too and working with her. So we're going to be able to, sounds like an Allen quote, we're going to be able to go deep.
Are you going to cook?
Yeah.
We will cook.
Is that your
I kind of like his
That's my
Allen.
Yeah.
He's been working on it for a while.
He has been working on it.
And it's
for a
good.
while.
It is good.
Thanks.
Well, welcome home.
Yes.
We're glad to have you.
Happy to be here.
We'll call you. You're the proverbial meat in the Sactown sports sandwich. Because we're the top bread, and then Alan and Whitey are the bottom bread, and then they're the meat.
Okay.
They're the or I mean, if you prefer like the lettuce and tomato, I don't know. But
Well,
you're the filling.
That's better than moron, which is what you called me last time you said something nice to me. On this show.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But I understood what you meant.
You did.
You called me moron, and I was like, oh.
I meant more on Sactown Sports is where we'd like your content.
That was good.
Well, you like that? Celebrity birthdays brought. Are we allowed to? Are we doing celebrity birthdays? Okay, celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, you want to do an announcement of a midday show? Nothing better to go with that than some Crumble Cookies and celebrity birthdays. Matt, on this part of the show, I know you know this. He names a celebrity, and we say what the birthday is.
I don't know about 3/4 of the celebrities that he named.
You'll fit in perfectly.
Cool.
Back to you.
Will Caleb be better at it than you?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. At almost everything.
Alan won a bunch of them yesterday.
That's right.
By the way, the chat's very upset with me, some of them, because there were people predicting who the midday show would be. And yesterday, there was one person in particular that was saying it was Matt and Kayla, and I just told them point blank, no, it's not.
Yeah.
And they're mad that I lied to them. And my response to them is, yeah, I did. Yeah. Sorry.
How underwhelmed is the chat right now?
Oh, no, they're whelmed.
They're whelmed?
No, I would say overwhelmed, but
Whelmed?
they're very strongly, there's a lot of whelming going on in the chat. No, everybody's very excited. Good video yesterday, by the way.
Thank you.
You make a good Aragorn.
That was a long pause too at the beginning.
It was a deep breath. I was trying to make sure I didn't tear up like a little baby boy.
Yeah, the deep breath before the plunge.
Yeah.
That's what they
should
say.
have cut it out, to be honest.
Yeah,
Save time.
Well, good job, TVK.
On this date, guys, in what year did the television show The Bachelorette debut?
Alan.
Me?
I feel like you'll.
You know what this is.
No.
You know more than I on this.
There's like a range. I'm going to say 2010.
I'll say 2012.
Ooh, okay. I'll go 2007.
2008.
Matt George is the closest. 2003.
This game's easy.
It's already undefeated.
Beginner's luck.
Wow.
How about the song that Dave always listens to, Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo?
I almost said Sabrina. Olivia Rodrigo is a great song.
Great remix of that song.
Rodrigo.
There's a dance remix of that song. I'll play it for you.
You're asking me her age, or you're asking me when the song came out?
The song.
The song Driver License came out, I believe, in 2020. I think COVID year.
I was going to say 2020. I'll do 2021.
2019.
2021.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Matt George and Christopher Laud.
Wow.
I'll share it with you.
2-0.
You have never lost celebrity birthdays.
You might as well turn in your resignation.
I don't want to play anymore.
Walking away.
Happy birthday to Cynthia Erivo. Matt, you want to go first?
No clue who that is.
Oh, then you should go first.
Can you give me a...
I mean, she's, I don't know, kind of wicked, I guess.
Elphaba.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Cynthia. I thought it was the other one.
See,
Or what's the HBO show she was in?
I don't know.
It's a good one.
I know Idina Menzel as the real
Yeah, she
Elphaba.
sang the Frozen song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her on Broadway.
Wickedly talented.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I saw Wicked on Broadway.
I did too, but we didn't get her and the little blonde. What's her face? That was it. Or no, that was Frozen, huh?
Ariana Grande?
No,
How old is she?
She's 41.
No, 38.
No, I think she's about 44.
36.
Dave is closest, 39 by barely. Jason Giambi.
Oh, I know that.
Come on, A's.
I know that guy.
A's guy.
Let's
She gets
do,
this right on.
Oh, I won't. Let's do 52.
Baseball players.
I'll say 50. I think it's 50 today.
Didn't he play for a while? 54.
52.
You said what?
54.
Alan's closest, 55. And our very own, I say our very own, but Keon Ellis.
Oh, somebody.
Come on.
26.
Oh, yeah.
No, Alan's not allowed to say.
I was going to say 25, but now I feel like I should say 26. 26?
26.
He's 26.
Is he 26? You're confident.
I am.
In his prime.
We have a correct answer. He's 26.
Hey.
Monday at 10 a.m. Matt and Kayla take over these airwaves. Welcome back, buddy. Good luck. Still time to run.
We're going to cook.
For Jason Ross, for Chris Verlot, I'm Carmichael Dave. He's the guy who's cooking still. Alan Stiles in his second to last midday program. He starts next.
But you never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can